Did you tag the right one? I know y'all like to tag me on the wrong page.
I didn't even tag it just yet. At the bar radio here with Ace Hood. As you can see, he's already at the bar because he got some Ciroc. But I got to say, we just seen Ace Hood, real genuine dude. I salute you. I salute you. Like, this is humble and stuff. I appreciate every artist like you.
Yeah, at the bar radio.
Yeah.
You already know this the king of Philly, man. At the bar radio, man. You already right.
Where to get lit at? You on your own. Just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they know me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Lake of 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act good, getting on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. Yeah. Alright.
Hey, Tuna, you made this?
I'm all alone. I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. I'm all alone. I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit chat. I'm on the road, cause this that planning, this that get back. It's a different day, no, it's same story, nigga. I've been winning, retire like I'm Robert Horry, nigga. They just thought they know me, but I'm here to make my story bigger. Keep that Lake of 40 with me, always know I had that clipper. She act good, getting on my boat, bet I'm gon' skip her. If they start getting out of line, I bet I'm gon' get them. Pack a bag and book a flight, so they know I'm always tripping. I've been Scotty with the right, so they always know I'm pimping. Well, I always say I got haters, cause they just know I'm living. Word to my bro that came on, they just know I got a vision. The stove gotta stay on, so no product missing. Government want us to stay home, go broke for politicians. Had to carry that weight, never dealt with the opposition. My homie tryna beat the case when he had no pot to piss. I'm tryna cop a bird, but he caught up with all them pigeons. And I can never chase when ain't no love when you got them riches. I'm all alone, I've been asking where your bitch at. She on the phone, tryna figure out where to get lit at. You on your own, just no white with that chit.
You supposed to know that off break, CP3.
Money, money, I love that money.
Lucas.
Money, 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 money. You don't really want to play. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really want to play. You don't know what to say. It's money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't won't play. You don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money is what I'm talking about. Money, 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 make you shut them mouth. Don't never ever talk about it if you never had the clout. You don't know what to say. Stay up out of my way. Cause money, 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 make them shut them mouth. Keep playing with these goonies, boy, I'm gonna have to make the call. Stay in bounds on your pivot, boy, if you gon' ball. Cause a lot of niggas be fake, and you really can't play. Cause we done got it out the mud, nigga, what you talking about? Screaming, oh my God, money got me pride. They living a lie, look into my eyes, they might seem surprised. This is homicide. We just multiply, we been on the rise. If we got some wings, fuck it, we gon' have to fly. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. Day in my life, take me a different route. And use all my case, niggas on my face. You can get erased, what you talking about? Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you always been talking about. And I don't wanna be the one who always really talk about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. You never crossing these borders. I'm whipping it up, Gordon Ramsay. I swear that I'm cooking these orders. You talk about me, you better just hope that you can just really afford it. I'm ballin', I'm ballin', I'm winning, I'm winning. I'm feeling like Robert Horry. Nigga, I'm scoring. I count in the morning. They talk about me, then I gotta ignore it. My bitches be foreign. So independent, my money be corporate. These rappers is boring. You hate me and I'm always gonna adore it. I'm smoking that soaring. She always go ahead, let me explore it. I call her my Dora. You can go and talk about me, I ain't flawless. I go put my all in. If a nigga talk about me, then I'm gone in. You know that I'm gone in. Jump in, take trips, Pompeii. All day, always keep 3 stacks like Andre. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it, man. And you can never, ever, ever get rid of that. So watch what you say, and watch how you do. If you playing the game, then you play by the rules. Money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really know what you been talking about. And you don't really wanna play, you don't know what to say. Cause money, 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 money's what I'm talking about. We don't really.
He should do a remix called Watches, Watches, Watches is what I'm talking about.
Oh my.
That
So-
was classified last weekend for us.
Ooh,
So,
y'all terrible.
Y'all, what you mean, y'all?
so last weekend was a good weekend. We celebrated, and I thank y'all. It's nothing like celebrating your birthday with your team. And when you with your team, we all went out to brunch. Renegade was supposed to perform, but we wound up not going down to Roanoke. He worked like 3 doubles that week, and he was like, yo, he wasn't feeling it. And, respect that. But we all went to brunch, and we went to the bar, we partied, we got some watches, and
They did. I
Um,
see that
What you
one.
mean, they?
ho. So one thing, you cannot act like you're innocent because it's your fault.
It's your fault.
Because
Actually, it's your fault.
Well, yeah,
How's it my fault?
it is
It's
your fault.
how is it my fault?
Because you're the one who said they had to buy one, get one free.
Yeah,
It's
that-
like,
Say,
okay,
wait a minute. Say that part again.
buy one, get
Okay,
one.
so hold
So how
on,
many
because
watches? How many watches did y'all get?
y'all all over the place. I purchased an item
Yes.
on Amazon.
Yes.
That's how it all started.
I was not satisfied.
Yes.
Okay.
That is correct.
You buy a brand name watch or something of that nature on Amazon, just know that you might not get what you want. Okay. So I admired 151's watch. I said, that's a very nice watch. He proceeds to tell me that across the street from where we were, there was a buy one, get one free sale. And I said, I will send this watch back to Amazon and I'm going to go and get a buy one, get one free sale.
And then I was thinking similar because I had, a nice watch collection. I didn't.
And
have
shout
it
out to
anymore.
Thomas because
Yeah.
Thomas,
Look out, bro.
yeah,
Good look. Bro.
and we, ended
gonna
up,
How many watches?
amongst all of us, we left with about 8 watches.
She had like.
No. And the other stuff?
Oh yeah,
I mean, it was other
he had like
things.
6 watches and 6
No,
bracelets.
no, 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 no. Stop trying to turn. It was 8 watches, bro. It was eight,
They had
eight,
buy 2
eight,
get
eight.
4 free.
It was 8 watches, 6 bracelets,
I'm just saying.
2 flasks.
Now see, that was on her. I ain't getting no flight. We know who the
But
boss is.
it was the cases and with the it was really
And there was something else you got.
Huh?
Yeah, you did.
I got
I think you got it. Okay.
I got
Oh, yeah, she got a
it.
case for the watches that she purchased. So yeah, we leaving out of there like we just.
I mean, you basically set the whole day.
They look like they robbed the store.
I always get that.
Shout out to Invicta,
Yes,
in Pentagon City.
Yeah, y'all got some good things out there.
And their Father's Day sale.
Yeah, the Father's Day sale. So you know, it's buy 2 get 4 for free.
So Father's Day is exactly.
Buy 4 get 8 free.
They had that.
What?
Yeah, they did that at the last minute when we actually started buying it. You know, we got to buy 4 get 8 free. I was like. Let me calculate this out. My commission check was covered in.
I mean, really, you know, Lady Antoinette was plotting on you.
I did not.
Because you bought one of her watches.
I know. Yeah, I was coming for him.
Wrong bag.
I was coming for him.
I gave you first choice, right?
No. She did that. She did that Jedi mind trick. She was like, "It's okay, but you can probably get another one."
I was like, that watch does not bring out the color in your eyes.
I gave you first pick. Okay. And you put it back. So
no, I didn't put it back. I never saw it.
I thought he showed you that.
He did not show me that watch.
I
would have gotten it.
So let's shout out to the other guy. I don't know what his name was. He was wailing like hell. Like he was just lying like real talk, because you don't have to cap to get business. Like
yeah, we clearly came. I came in there to buy something. You don't have to say.
Because he came to me, he was just like, "Yo, we got that your dog. You see this? I was just here." Well, we got this other bro. I got 20 years of retail experience. Shut up.
It was
like outside of you really want me to be rude and be like, "Yo, just shut the hell up." Like, don't like.
He was playing a role, man. You know.
Right.
I mean, but
that's what we're saying.
I mean, if I wanted to watch Muppets, I watched the Muppets on the Disney Plus. He was what?
I was entertained. Listen to
this. You were laughing at him.
I was entertained, damn it. It was entertaining to hear him with all of his stories. Like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, Mr. Me Too. I thought I was watching the Clips video.
Landed on my feet. Yeah, me too.
I mean, he was probably watching this program.
But nonetheless,
it's all.
Nonetheless, he did, and nonetheless, we enjoyed ourselves because on top of that, we got to meet those long time, Invicta.
Yo, these old dudes came in his joint, and he had a shirt that said, they walking around. They walking around with a case full of watches. Like, I really wanted to rob them.
Well, no, so but they said it was there's a collectors club.
Yeah.
And they had a convention. I think the DC and the 757 area came together.
So he had one of the dude had a shirt that said Invicta Bob on it.
Yeah, and then Invicta Holic. I saw a bunch of the watches and the names. They kept coming and showing me, and then they decided that I was going to be part of their collectors club. So.
I guess so. He was like probably one watch away.
You walked down there with 3 bags.
Yeah.
She's one of us.
Yeah. I bought one watch. They was like, she's one of us. Are you secretly a member?
I did not join their Facebook group that I was invited.
Here's the thing. So they did not invite me to their Facebook group. They was like, "Hi, see you later."
And they said I'll start getting the emails about the
They gave me they gave me my receipt and they gave me the Chris Brown deuces afterwards.
You didn't get no email?
They ain't talk to me like that.
They signed me up for stuff.
Oh yeah, because I gave you all the points. So, yeah.
Oh, you got an award?
And then she's going to jack it for my watch, and I gave you all the points.
No, I didn't try to jack you for your watch.
So CP3, before we get on the sport, before we got on the air, I asked CP3. You failed me, sir.
I forgot what the question.
Oh my.
Carissa Shields.
Oh yeah.
So
one of the best female.
Don't talk about it now. Yeah, room full of people. You was like, duh.
You know, the last time we talked boxing and show.
He thought you was talking about one of his baby
mom. He's like, where's she from?
I said a parent.
But
Alleged.
I do have one. She kept him away.
but she won her first MMA
That's good.
the other night.
That's good.
And what was spectacular was that she was losing 2 rounds. And then she beat the brakes off that lady.
Well,
She TKO'd her in the third
it
round.
happens. Things happen.
But before her fight though, they showed like it's one thing to have a whole bunch of belts,
right?
but then they showed like her Olympic medal too. Like, damn, you just stunting like real hard.
Embarrassing everybody.
But it's like because at one point she was trying to fight Layla Ali.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it got real nasty between them. But I would have paid to see that. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, Layla's like, girl, bye. She was.
Well, I mean, Layla Ali doesn't have nothing to prove. But
because at the time, Layla was on top of her game. She felt like there was nothing left to prove, and I'm retiring. That's pretty much where she was. And the girl was like, "Yeah, I want to fight you, and you up and coming, nah."
I mean, but then again, if you're the up and coming, who does not want to challenge the GOAT? Like that's your goal.
That's where you get your name from.
Like, yeah, but you can also get embarrassed. It can make a break.
It can. Yeah, but sometimes a humbling experience, I mean,
sometimes you gotta take that ass whip.
Yeah, you do. Sometimes it's a humbling experience.
It changed me when I got that ass whip for the first time.
So who was it?
I don't want to talk.
You see me late night, right?
It was the 10th grade.
In 10th grade, you was still real like skinny.
Nah.
Did you have cornrows?
Nah, I ain't had cornrows.
Oh, you wasn't a thug yet.
Now I was playing football, so this was pre-thug.
You wasn't a thug yet.
So let me get this straight. The minute you got cornrows, you just became a thug?
No, it was a slow transition.
I think
into the thug.
I think he got cornrows to solidify.
He was the thug. Oh.
Cherry on top.
How old were you when you bought your first wife beater? Don't answer.
We think so.
I think so.
We do.
So what did you think of the Jokey fight? There was no contest.
Did you just say jokey fight?
Yeah.
It was interesting.
Well, I saw a clip where they literally showed Floyd put that boy to sleep
and was holding
him up like
yes,
he was night.
Yep.
He gave him respect. Like I said, he's legitimate.
Who gave him respect?
Paul. After.
Oh,
yeah,
Paul.
After,
okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then his brother tweeted like 50-1. Like his brother won the fight.
Okay, but here's my thing that people don't understand. These children, just like he was born, the way that he was born, you know what I'm saying? These two, were born trolls. Like, they troll the internet. They were born this way. I told y'all, first time I heard of them, they were Disney kids. That's what they were. They got fired as kids from Disney. Then they both decided they wanted to be rappers, which was awful. Okay? We've heard of Kentucky Fried Chicken. I want to say, and only because my kids, okay? That's the only reason why I know this. They had Ohio Fried Chicken as one of their songs. They said, oh my, y'all have to Google this. I'm serious. It was awful. The fact that these two, now they're grown men, are trying to come into the world like, oh, we so bad and we going to fight and we going to do this. Did you forget that this is a clear case that they forgot their roots? Because you're not as bad as you think you are.
But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen
to
him. I'm going to tell you what's going to really happen to him. See, Floyd is smaller than him, and he put
and beat him up.
And when you really I remember watching Kimbo Slice beat a lot of people's ass.
Mm-hmm.
When Kimbo Slice stepped in there the first time in the UFC, he got whooped.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, Kimbo.
Yep.
But then you gotta think about it. It's like going to college to the pros. You can be the man in college,
right?
But going to a pro is something different.
You taking it up a level, and here's the thing: he did not have respect for the sport of boxing.
He gonna have respect when he goes to.
No, he didn't, because for you to come at Floyd Mayweather, who he said, "Oh, I'm coming for the best," you are not respecting boxing as it is. There are levels to this.
You can say the same thing for
I probably will, but go ahead.
The Russian dude that got the title shot with Wow.
Are you talking about
Yes,
Tyson
I
Fury?
will say
Tyson
something.
Fury, he
I
came out of
did
nowhere, but
not
because he
feel.
was able to.
Hold on. Hello. Yes, I'm saying the same thing about.
That's my point.
Okay.
He found a way to make himself relevant, but he's put in the work. He has the respect for the craft of boxing. Because actually, we had Paul the boxing guy before the game came.
But Tyson Fury has more respect for the world of boxing than the Jake and what's the
Yeah,
other
Jake
one?
was the one that was.
I don't know their name.
Logan and Jake.
Logan didn't really jump out. That was his brother that was jumping out there. Logan was pretty much quiet. And that's why I say after the fight, he gave Floyd nothing but respect. He's like, I was expected to get knocked out. The fact that I was able to go the whole fight.
Time out. Watch the play right there. He did not. He didn't really go the whole fight. He got put to sleep and he got held up.
It was an exhibition.
It was a night.
He was up on.
Yo, he's like a sleepwalker.
I mean, he wanted against the best. That's just going to happen.
Exactly, but you bigger than
I'm
him.
not saying that he. Floyd and these people have been to him before. So
Yeah,
Floyd
I'm just saying.
But Logan Paul, I have to give him respect. I have to talk.
He got no.
That was after he lost the fight.
He got shown mercy. He got shown mercy
for the art of boxing because he's actually putting in the work. He's not just going out there just thinking he can knock anybody out because he has a good right hook. He's in the gym every day.
He is in
he's
the
putting
gym.
in the work. He's sparring. He's putting in time. So it isn't because of his past trolling whatever, but he's taking boxing serious.
What I'm saying is, both him and his brother need to put more respect onto the level of boxing that these people are on. His brother is worse than him. I can say that, but that does not negate the fact. If his brother was not in the picture, I would still say the same thing about him.
He showed. I feel like he didn't disrespect for his brother's respect. I feel like Logan Paul showed him respect.
No. I'm not saying that he disrespected Floyd directly. I'm saying for boxing, the sport of boxing and the different levels that people go through. He's not. He's like, okay, I understand that this is the traditional route, but I'm going to jump over here and I'm going to do my own thing, which is cool. But don't think that you can come for everybody and that he talks trash.
But he got. I mean, he did.
Whether he's retired or not, guess what?
He did finesse. He did finesse some money out of Showtime.
Just like when Floyd.
But we gonna see. I mean, you know, the one thing about it is you can be hot today and gone tomorrow.
It's like Floyd dude in Japan and knocked him out the first round for $10 million.
So
he ain't have to fight that dude.
Before
But I mean, at the same time, these little kids that are
look
his
up to that
fans. But no, he has fans.
Yeah, he got little trolls.
He has no, but I'm saying now they're looking at boxing different. More people may want to go into boxing. I hope they don't go that way. But I'm saying I hope they don't go that route. I hope that they actually put forth the effort and understand and respect the just the sport in general. That's fine.
That's fine.
No, I'm just saying. Sometimes, did you see the clip with the dude that was the so-called street fighter? I
saw that joint.
One of y'all, and he got in the ring. So he came into the gym, called out.
He was
one of the trainers, like, I think I could beat you, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Let's put the gloves.
He got whooped,
and he got demolished.
Oops.
I thought I was watching Whoop That Trick. He got whooped.
And the worst part, he was talking shit to him while he was beating his ass. Like, you're not gonna come to my gym.
But that's my thing. That needs to happen because a lot of people. The argument that I always hear is that, oh, you a boxer, but you can't fight street fight. Let me tell you something. There are three different types of boxers. I mean, fighters, I should say. There's somebody who strictly by the books, boxing in the ring, right? There is strictly street fighter. And then there are people who can be versatile. They can do both. So guess what?
He was beating that.
What?
Dirty.
Okay, but that's the street fighting. That's a person who. Okay, in my book, if you fighting in the streets, there are no rules in the streets. Okay, that's what I'm saying. There are no rules.
He beat that dude. He said, "Oh, you thought you was just gonna come up in here?" He was like literally. I ain't never felt bad for a bully, but I don't feel bad for it. I don't really have that much compassion. He beat that dude. He was like, oh, you want to come here talking like you was going to do that? He was just hitting him. Bow. He said, no, put your gloves up. I ain't going to knock you out yet. Get up.
But one thing I can say that may be good to come from this, as far as Mr. Paul, okay?
He got paid.
No, not just that. He wants to continue to box, but it humbled him. Okay, he needed to be humbled. Right. And so as he goes forward, and we may eventually see an amazing boxer out of him. I said eventually, maybe.
You wishing too
I
much.
said maybe.
You almost have. You almost have it. You got to that game.
Okay, maybe not amazing, but a much better boxer. Yeah. So there may be some good that comes out of this. And it also shows other people who are like him that feel like, oh, Floyd ain't nothing. It shows that Floyd probably still can throw them hands at you. Don't play.
Yeah. So
I mean, Floyd is a good boxer. I will give him that.
I think Floyd,
he's little.
I think Floyd's one of the best. I'm not a Floyd fan, but boxing wise, he's like one of the best boxers.
I mean, remember before he came up in weight class, he was knocking battles out when he was in the smaller weight class. So he had to evolve his game. And at first,
in order to fight that bigger people,
and then style until I started understanding the art of boxing. And the
art. You just like knocking people out, don't you?
Yeah, the knockout button is a bad motherfucker.
But see, and a lot of people who say Floyd isn't a good boxer, they're just Tyson fans. But no, they're Tyson fans. And let's be real, Tyson, one hit, you out. Like
Mike Tyson was one of the most exciting boxers that my mother wasted money on.
Yeah,
because just remember, because I have wasted money on him.
The $50 pay-per-views, and then you be like, oh, this is about to be a 12 round.
It ain't just a pay-per-view.
And I'm doing 30 seconds.
It's everything that you have done in preparation for a fight party. Only for Mike to be 2 seconds.
18 seconds. They do a fight. 18 seconds, bro. It was over in 18. I knew something was wrong when I seen the man before the fight. I was like, damn, she already knows about that.
You know the worst part about them Tyson fights was back in the days, though? Like, you couldn't go to the bathroom because the night you go out the room.
No, you have to go to the bathroom before. Like, you have to plan it accordingly.
Like, you got to go.
What time he come on? Oh, all right.
18 seconds.
You can't be late. You can't be late, nothing. Like, nah.
You show up at 12:01, the fight be over.
I bought me a scramble.
Oh, what?
I bought me a scramble.
I'm not going to say anything like that.
I don't belong to Comcast no more. Kiss my ass.
You know, okay.
You know scramblers were illegal, right?
Yes. Oh, he knows.
As a whole.
Hey, was legal.
You know what? Listen to me. Slavery was legal, and
so
right, but that's not what was wrong.
So we do got a guest in the building, but before we talk about our guest, because CP3 is crazy, bonkers.
Are you gonna open this today? Because I don't know how to handle this. We are.
Y'all know how
we are at the bar, but however, okay, but you know what? You know they say that the bartender is able to hold drinks.
Yes.
I am a bartender.
But you want me always telling me to pull my drink.
Well, you ain't opened nothing yet, so we good. So, but I do got a shot for you. Some Mexican.
See, he just said we ain't open the bottle, but oh yeah, by the way, we got a shot for you. And then when start going crazy.
Flag on the play. I told you to drink that shot 30 minutes ago.
See, peer pressure.
But wait, what? So he was telling you that it was over there.
Yeah.
And you said nothing, and then he left it alone.
So
yeah.
So let's talk about it. So I'm curious. I'm curious supposed to hear CP3's take on this. So Black Twitter wants the petition to cancel Destiny's Child song "Cater to You" because it's a slave song.
That's what they say. He laughed.
And some women are bothered by these lyrics. So CP3, let's go. Let's go.
That's what they said. That's the claim.
I'm only reading. I am only reading
the headline. Like, what do you want?
We spoke about it before the show. You didn't mention the word slave.
Well, that means you didn't read the headline. That's not his fault.
It's on the page. You didn't
read the headline of it.
I bet you what I said.
What you think? Tell me.
I bet you said she had nice feet. You'd have read it.
Depending on if it was manicured, baby.
Okay, now.
I see you about to get sidetracked, but I mean, I'm bringing up. I'm trying to get to the point. Like, the slave shit caught me off guard.
You sure you don't want to take that shot?
Go ahead.
I mean, it might be more unadulterated shot, but I'm not going to say it now.
Go ahead.
I kind of see both sides of it.
How?
Because the women nowadays are tired of these fuckboys and the bullshit that they do it. So they like, I ain't gonna cater to these motherfuckers because they ain't.
That ain't what they say.
That ain't what they say.
No, this is where my perspective
Okay,
of
go
when I
ahead.
see it.
Yeah, we forgot how you.
Yeah, no drinks
We
tonight.
forgot to read your mind. We sorry. Go ahead.
Let me
Somebody get him a glass of water.
He needs it.
I only had
He needs
3
some
beers.
milk.
I ain't even started yet. I had milk last night.
Wait.
You actually drink milk?
No.
I'll tell you that story.
What?
But,
No way. The milk came from.
That was just really random, but go ahead.
I got off break. I'll tell you.
Hold
I'm talking about
Did you go to a strip club?
like I said,
Did you order milk in the strip club?
You do last night.
Lady Antoinette, he told me he went to the strip club. Who goes to the strip club and orders milk?
I didn't bring the milk. Milk was involved in the festivities.
What you lactated? That's what I'm asking.
No,
That is so weird.
So milk was squirted on you? Never mind, just answer this.
I
Go
said
back.
about off air, man.
What? Yes. Because
Yeah, because I
sound safe.
this don't sound like I want to eat through this.
Word. We had to say word.
Oh, Lord. Shut up. Answer the question.
Slide up a little bit.
I'm so glad I sit over here. I'm
There's
strictly.
so many times I thought I was gonna get struck by lightning.
Hey, man.
There's so many times I just want to pray for y'all.
It's uncut.
Okay, but cater to you. Come
Cater
on
to you,
now.
cater to you.
I mean,
Because you went all the way left with the
Yes, all
whole.
the way.
I know, man,
But
you need GPS. In the Lord.
It's
what?
He can't even talk.
He can't even talk.
Because he's thinking about milk.
And
I'm so disturbed.
It's crazy that they say what a cancel song because it's so-called slavish or whatever. If a woman wants to cater to a man or a man wants to cater to a woman, that's their prerogative. They're happy, go with it. But I mean, this cancel. We already talked about this cancel culture BS, and you gotta feel like you gotta cancel something because you don't agree with it. You're just a weak-minded individual, and
But the song is 17 years old.
He's so nice today. You really must have enjoyed that milk.
You want some tequila?
I'm sure you did. You were very nice. You didn't talk about nobody's mama. You didn't tell them to die. You didn't do none of that.
The show ain't over yet.
So
It's still early. He ain't drinking tequila yet. Yeah, the show ain't over yet. Lady Antoinette, what's your feelings on this?
Well, I am not so nice about it. What you laugh? I'm just saying. I feel like the women who are saying that stuff, they're single. I'm just being real because
she's just going on
how can you take a song that these women are willingly catering to their man, right? Right? That's what the women are saying. They're willingly catering to their men.
Yes.
Okay? Because they want to. That's the key word. First of all, you need to apologize to all the slaves ever in the history of the whole world because last time I checked, slaves are not willingly in the position that they're in. That's the first problem. Second problem is why would you not if you have a good man, so that's another thing. They might be in a relationship.
So 90% of the people probably don't have a good
right.
Are you saying they might be good?
No. What I'm saying is if your man is there, okay, and he's a good man, he's your man, why not cater to him? I'm confused.
It's an upside down world.
But see, here's the thing. They're not saying I'm catering to you and you never cater to me. They're not saying that. Because if you cater to your man, he's going to cater to you as well, right? A good man, right? That's on my check. So, you either single or you getting cheated on. I mean, which one is it?
Probably the second one.
Because I was really upset about it. Like, first of all, how you keeping your man happy then? Like, really? This what we doing? She talk about she want to cook for him, look nice for him.
Wait, stop right there, stop.
Slippers.
So,
Why you can't do that?
So you said cook.
Oh, yeah, they can't cook.
They can microwave.
That's why they bitter. That's why. So you bitter because you can't do the stuff that they saying in the song, so you just gonna cancel it?
Yeah.
No.
We can really see. We need to have a Battle of the Sexes show. Man. We can really dive into that right there. That's a whole.
But Battle of the Sexes, I'm more angry about the situation than y'all are.
No, but I mean, let's really dig into that on both sides of it, on why that is they're angry or upset because they don't feel like, whatever. And the other side of that, when a man does cater to a woman and isn't appreciated, and then all of a sudden when we stop doing it, we are no good, whatever. We cheat, we doing this because we weren't doing what we were doing before, but it was never appreciated in the first place.
Okay, you sound like a man storm anyway. You probably would be mad. You probably mad after 7. So go sit down.
We know he's mad at Sunshine Anderson.
Oh yeah, you was mad at Sunshine.
I wasn't mad. I just had
But
some
at least,
flashbacks.
I think you were happy when we had her on the show.
Yeah.
Because you was happy. You was like, yeah, you got me in trouble. I was like, damn. And she was like, I heard it before. I heard it all before. She heard that too.
Yeah. All the stuff she was saying in the song, I heard all that shit before.
Yeah, whatever. So
I don't like it.
I think Black Twitter is stupid. Personally.
But real talk, sometimes it works though.
Sometimes it works, and
but not this time.
sometimes it works, and a lot of times it don't.
Yeah.
Because when we go through the stuff of a song, they're 17 years old. Like my niece is 16.
My daughter is 19.
So my niece wasn't even a thought with this damn song. Destiny Child ain't even a group anymore.
Well, they gonna try to have
they ain't gonna happen. It's like,
don't do them like that.
Do what?
Michelle got some mental issues, and
that ain't never gonna
she need this talk.
She
She got to redeem herself from that time she fell on the stage and they walked over her. She got to redeem herself.
And we think gonna happen on this.
The one that's wrong.
You think that will happen again?
I think it would. And more people were like, that went viral.
That was bad. But when people do this, and it's like, we canceling something, like, what the hell are you canceling? Because the song ain't been played in like 10. Like, you just want to... People... Oh, shit, he opening up the bottle. People just want to find reasons to hate and find reasons to have an issue and to make an issue out of nothing.
Right.
And,
But I have things they can make an issue out of.
I mean, if we going to cancel something, cancel George Zimmerman.
If we gonna cancel something, how about we talking about the wrong stuff. We talking about bonnets. We talking about cater to you, but we not talking about over 200,000 missing Black Americans. We not talking about that.
No.
We not talking about things that matter.
Of course not.
So
because
I'm confused. We're not talking about what's going on in the White House. We're not talking about bills that are passing. We're not talking about Congress. We're not talking about these things. We're not talking about Black banks getting money right now because people are finally listening. We need to celebrate that.
Yeah.
But instead, we're going to bash a song for a woman who wants to do right by her man. I'm confused.
To treat a man right.
I don't understand.
But I guarantee you they're playing City Girls right now. So we
right, they want to have a hot girl summer. They can't cater to their man having the hot girl summer.
They playing twerk.
They're going to be all by themselves.
You know you like that part, CPD.
But wait, why you pick such an old song?
I'm old school.
Clearly, I
ain't break out no loop.
Oh my goodness.
You know what?
That's the problem.
Okay, we're about to play some videos and we're gonna talk to our guests when we come back. Because and then real talk before we go to this. So we gotta send our prayers up. Assad's son was in a car accident over last week. Assad from Eric Kuzma, who makes the At the Bar shirts, who makes Sports on the Hill shirts and the Eric Kuzma shirts. We send our prayers to you.
Yeah,
he's a big supporter of our show. He's one of the partners of our show. So
always looking out.
We always looking out. We always want to send our prayers to you. Yeah. And then next week is Father's Day and Juneteenth. So we don't want to forget that.
Juneteenth on the 18th, Father's Day on the 20th.
So
I'm sorry, 19th.
So next week's show, CP3 wants to cook out.
Yeah, we be throwing it down.
And we put that number out. We need his his lost children to find him. I mean, it would be a good time to find him.
If any lost children that got bad feet and your mother was involved with a dude named Foots, y'all can call 240.
Call us.
324-6110.
We all about making connections. We know.
Yo, bring me one, dog.
We know it's some lost.
We know.
3 babies out here.
It could be in the Capitol Heights area. It could be 757.
Wasn't you on the West Coast at one point? Didn't you say you was on the West Coast?
No, but he had some people in Buffalo, so it might be a Canadian baby out there.
Indiana, too.
I got a Canadian little mixed baby out there.
Canadian. Oh, you know what? We just need to push this out to the whole world, because right now,
if you got a mulatto thug child,
wow.
It probably is CP3.
If you're not sure what your baby's mixed with,
is he mixed with gangster and foolishness?
If you talk sports, yeah, he might.
And got bad feet.
Yeah.
And it has a particular liking to
Redheads.
naked women.
It just happens.
It's your 6-year-old son likes, well, he'd be about 10 or 11, likes to go to the strip club at such a young age.
Nah, we talking about ranging from 21 to 2. So I mean,
I told you.
we hear you, but we don't believe it
Most people say that until
it happens.
Yeah, pretty much.
I ain't got no little punchlines. No
We know of.
CP3. So we got guests in the building, and they haven't been here. When the Skype number rings and your eyes get big, and then you start sweating like you ran a mile.
Brother do have a pass.
Okay then.
But as of right now, I'm impeccable.
That you know about. Can you spell that word? All right, let's play some videos of them, and then we're gonna come back.
Yeah.
And we're gonna come back with our guests.
We're gonna talk to our lovely guests.
And next week though, we are trying to do something special. So I want to interview some fathers. You know, so we'll reach out to a couple of people, and then if y'all stop by for the cookout, we want to interview some not part-time dads.
Yeah, real.
Like people that actually take time and involved in their children's life. Not y'all dudes that only see your child like once a year and stuff like that. But then you don't want to have that conversation with me, because
we will fry you on.
Yeah, I will.
I will. I definitely will.
You know, I could be real shady because I do something like, shout out to my little sister sperm donors who I don't see.
You know what I feel.
That's what I call them sperm donors.
Hey. When my sister hits me up and says my nephew needs diapers, that makes you a sperm donor.
No bullshit.
Yeah, you know what?
You gotta end the disclaimer every time.
CP3. I'm gonna keep it 100. You keep saying that, but then you ask about tax credit. Make your mind out.
I know what I'm doing when I go to your house.
No pressure, baby. No pressure, babe. I know it's clear. See, I want you, not the crew. My boys can have 'em. I gotta have it, gotta own it. Man, I've been dreaming that I hit it. That pretty boom boom, that boom boom boom. Pow, pow. You know that I want it, yeah, I want you, you know. You know I'ma get it for sure. I'm not cool with chasing, I'ma take it down. My mama made me, my father raised me. You know that I want it, yeah, I want you, you know. You know I'ma get it for sure. I'm not cool with chasing, I'ma take it down. My father raised me, my mama made me. Looking, chilling. See, I got this feeling. My keeps jumping, I'm down with it. Only for you, so what to do? Let's go, come on. I gotta have it, all of it. Man, I've been dreaming that I hit it. That pretty boom boom boom, that boom boom pow. You know that I want it, yeah, I want you, you know. You know I'ma get it for sure. I'm not cool with chasing, I'ma take it down. My mama made me, my father raised me. You know that I want it, yeah, I want you, you know. You know I'ma get it for sure. I'm chasing, I'ma take it down. My father raised me, my mama made me. I don't do this, I don't do this, no, no. I don't do this, I don't do this, no, no. I don't do this, I don't do this, no. No, 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 I don't. I don't do this, I don't do this, no. Cause I don't do this, no, 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 no. I don't do this, no, 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 no. You know that I want it, yeah, I want you, you know. You know I'ma get it for sure. I'm not cool with chasing, I'ma take it down. My mama made me, my father raised me.
Damn quick, big boss, I'm running my shit. Still really ain't gotta be explained, you already know the name. Young Big boss, I'm running my shit like a big boss. Make say on like Rick Ross. I'm a top shot on TikTok. Yeah, lip lock. Two bad twins on my big cock. I don't fuck around, I just send shots. She ain't never once met a big boss. Big boss, I'm running my shit like a big boss. Make say on like Rick Ross. I'm a top shot on TikTok. Lip lock. Two bad twins on my big cock. I don't fuck around, send shots. She ain't never once met a big boss. A bad little bitch said she want this. She crack like fiends, tryna hook up, man. I ball like Hakeem. Elijah one, I be rockin' Supreme. I throw up the H like Houston. One stroke, she say play on her strings. I ain't doing no acoustic. Baltimore nigga, I'm riding with foes. You can hear the birds roosting. Big boss, yeah, the business is booming. Tap baby mama looking too juicy. Bald head, she be tipping the boost in Louisiana. I can cook with the wooski, that's the voodoo. I go hard in the coochie, she lemonade. Chewy and gooey, I'm looking for Louis. Little mama, I told you, get in your bag. Gucci and Finny, I can't ride her style. Smoking fuck, she was on Black and Mild. Dirty baby, I ain't never been foul. Hating bitches always going for clout. What's that? Popping the pussy like hatchback. I'm breaking these bars like Kit Kat. YCHAS, you fuck with the name. I told little mama I'm big bad. Run in the spot. 20 bitches, I my watch. Got a hoe, send them back to the block. Killer got him, tell him send me the drop. On the fans, I don't fuck with a twat. Big boss, I just wanna get the guap. I'm liking the way that she do it. I'm liking the way that she pop. Big boss, I'm running my shit like a big boss. Make say on like Rick Ross. I'm a top shot on TikTok. Lip lock, two bad twins on my big cock. I don't fuck around, I send shots. She ain't never once met a big boss.
Lickety split, lick on my clip, suck on my tits, don't need no spit. I like I'm rich, bad little bitch. Make her come quick, cause I can do tricks. This is unwanted. I'm popping my pussy till morning. Y'all niggas like bees just swarming, like my kids foreign. Need you to smack on this ass, arms in my face on the glass. Let's take a trip, or you could just buy me a whip. Just look at the size of my lips. I am a boss, pussy lips fatter than Ross. My drip is in love with my flaws. Let's be clear, you don't wanna smoke in here. I ain't no joke in here. I am a queen, pussy and head game mean. Wanted to touch on my spleen, know what I mean? I wanna sit on your face, give your taste buds a good taste. This ain't no race, throw it on the pace, I'ma chase. I am the boss in this place. It's your girl Stack, spitting some heat on this track. All I really do is speak facts. I make it clap, nigga. What you know about that? What you really know about that? Big boss, I'm running my shit like a big boss. Pussy lips fatter than Rick Ross. Lick on my pussy, nigga, don't stop. Yeah, lip lock. Two bad niggas made big cocks. I don't fuck around, nigga, take shots. He ain't never once met a big boss. Yeah, I'm out here making my money, stacking my stacks. Doing what the queens need to be doing out here, minding my business, staying focused. Got two niggas with big cocks. We chasing stocks. Big boss, the queen, honey stacks.
You gonna put a light on him?
Give me a second, I got you.
If I do the video, you got directed. You got the vision.
Alright, so we back. You know, CP3 really loves that particular part. He was there. Yo, how'd you like that shot of tequila, CP3? Describe what it felt like.
We should have had that on camera.
We should have.
He was holding his whole. You know how some people hold right here? You was holding your whole.
Check that
That's
out.
deep right there.
Yeah, I was drinking the 1800 and he pulled that up. I told you it was a goat on the front of the label.
So it might have been the goat.
Yeah, he looked at me like, yeah, I'm about to fuck you up.
It was talking to you.
Yo, CP3.
Aww. Poor thing.
Last year at this time, we just got this conversation.
Yeah,
Last year, like I couldn't even get you to smell tequila.
Yeah.
Now you open the stuff up and you're a totally different person.
And shout out to Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because that is what opened your mind to Tequila. His Terramana.
At the bar radio.
So yes.
Well, I
Thanks,
mean,
shout out to Dwayne the Rock Johnson. He brought you
wait,
back
wait a minute.
to life.
See, you know, you.
I would have stayed away from tequila if it wasn't for this show.
That's a lie.
The show was on at the bar.
But we still drink other things. But y'all been pouring tequila a lot lately.
Not a lot lately.
Yeah, we didn't have.
I wasn't even here for like a whole 2 months.
Hold on, we only got like 4 tequila bottles up there.
Because you threw away something a couple of weeks ago and party was tall.
What?
That
Throw
could
away
be
nothing.
that could be true. That could be true.
Like I said,
The liquor graveyard, we do throw away a lot of bottles.
Plenty of dark alcohol. I had
it was mixed with tequila. Some of it.
No, it's not.
Some of it was mixed with something.
You so angry.
What was mixed with tequila?
So we got.
No.
Let's get to our guest. You so angry, CPT. Why you need a hug?
I'm
not hugging.
You
know what? You can't get.
I'm not giving him a hug. I'm not touching him. I'm just saying, you don't want to talk about milk out of strippers and stuff. I don't. Oh, no.
You know what? Yeah.
All that filth over there.
That's nasty. Right? What? Yeah, I got a story about something like that after the show goes on. Hell no. So we got some special guys in the building.
And you can't even get it together. You still like, you can't get it together.
No, you something else.
I had something off my fault. I went
See? But y'all something else?
Hey, man.
You laughing at absolutely nothing, and we can't see your eyes.
You cannot see my eyes.
But it's worse.
I thought you were Chinese for a minute.
I'm black and leave me alone.
And he got a tan, so you know he really on something else.
You know what? We're gonna talk about that particular story after we talk with our guests, because I forgot about that story, but I want to talk about that because as we talk about Asian hate, there was an Asian dude that actually shot at a 6-year-old.
Yep.
We'll talk about that after we.
Oh, you didn't hear about that?
It was on the page.
I thought I sent it to you directly, but you know.
You know how deep I've been in selling cars the last 2 weeks, bro.
Obviously, you weren't that deep. You went to the strip club the other night. Anyway, let's get to our guest.
That was a praise for the hard work. Right? You got to reward yourself, like we talked about.
And that's how you do it. Okay.
All right, stripper man, can we get to our guest now?
Yeah.
All right, so we got some very special people in the building. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
What's up? My name is Aamir Khari.
Say that again.
My name is Aamir Khari.
Pull the mic closer to you.
Good.
Say it again.
My name is Aamir Khari.
Can't be on. I'm getting out of it.
Y'all sound like your mic on. That's all right. There we go.
That's good.
Yeah.
Now we too high.
That's good.
All right. Here we go. Say it again.
My name is Aamir Khari.
Now we in the building.
We're in the building.
We in the building. We in the building.
Yes, sir.
So, lady, I tell you actually got it right.
So I mean, when I read the name, I said, "Oh, that's what it." Oh, yeah, I got you. I got you. Make sure nobody pronounce it wrong.
Yeah, because I would have. I mean, my name's Raheem, so 90% of the time people say my name was wrong. I got a dude that works for me for 3 years. He still calls me Raheem.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he's from New Orleans, Texas. Like that.
Oh, well, I think you're saying it the right way.
Yeah. But so the easiest question is, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm from Philly, and I'm an instrument of nature, and I'm just here to make people move, make people dance, and influence people through my music and my art.
You from Philly?
From Philly.
You know my peoples?
Your peoples?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
You don't know Gilly?
Who your peoples?
You don't know Gilly?
Oh, I know Gilly. I didn't know he was your people.
Yeah, I'm calling right now.
You call him?
Nah, that's Gilly's a big friend of my brother's, and he's had my nephew Renegade open up for him several times and stuff. He always looks out for us when he comes through. And then when we go to Philly, he I gotta come. So I don't know what we're doing now. We just come through, just chill with him, be at the studio with him.
Yeah.
And sometimes we pop up. Like I popped up on him when he did $1 million worth of game joint, and I had no ticket or nothing. I was like, yo, I'm outside. So yeah, come on in.
That's exciting to do.
They're good people though, good people.
Yeah.
Philly always shows us love, and Philly has such a deep culture in hip hop A lot of people forget about that. You know, a lot of people forget about the Steady D's, you know, the 3 times dopes and
Schoolie D.
Yeah, Schoolie D. Actually, the original Godfather gangster rap.
Absolutely.
You know, so we talk hip hop all day.
Yeah.
But go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, so that's basically what it is. Instrument of nature, just here to make people move. Like I said, here to influence people, tell my story, spread my art.
Lady Antoinette.
I want him to go ahead and tell us about this instrument of nature phrase that you keep bringing up. Tell us what that means.
It's just sounds. You know, life is music. You know, and my voice, my art is how I get people to move. It's how I get people to dance. It's how I get people to feel where I'm coming from. So it's an instrument, you know.
CP3, what you got? What you got, son?
You said you excuse me, Philly artist. What part of Philly are you claiming, and what makes you feel you have a different sound or a different voice that's going to stand out and make you stand out to everyone else?
Well, I don't really look at me as being a standout artist. I think everybody has the ability to be unique. I'm just unique. I think when you are spreading your story, you're gonna naturally be unique and you're gonna naturally gravitate. People gonna naturally gravitate toward you. So I think um just my sound, me being myself, is what's gonna make people gravitate towards me.
Cool.
Go ahead, you got something already.
Oh, you know, I got the show questions, but we want to get the formalities out.
You never said what part of Philly you.
West Philadelphia, to be exact.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Right.
I spent most of my days.
Yeah, I didn't get around the west side too much. I was in North Philly and South Philly.
Oh, you got any children there? Don't even.
It's highly doubtful.
And I actually grew up in the southwest section too. My father's side was from there. My mother's side was from West Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to make some run with Philly back.
What's the best cheesesteak?
Cheesesteak, I would probably say Falone's in Southwest.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm a Pagano with that.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, but you know, Falone's. Yeah.
I ain't tried them. I have to hit them. I haven't tried them. I'm about to hit them.
I used to ride to Philly on Sunday before game day, pick up cheesesteaks and come right back.
We don't want to ask why he was doing that.
Picking up cheesesteaks.
Oh, time out. Did you say you rode to Philly just to pick up a cheesesteak?
Pick up cheesesteaks.
They that good. It's that good.
Bro,
no. I love Philly cheesesteaks.
We don't believe.
However,
because it's me, it's not really.
However, your story, CP3, we just have to say is a little
cheesesteaks I was going to pick up, and that's it.
You sure?
Yes.
What was else in the trunk?
The trunk was locked. There wasn't no warrant, so there ain't nothing to look at. You know, don't worry about what's in the trunk. Cheesesteaks in the car.
See. Anyway,
I know the law. Look,
as time goes on, the story gets clearer.
Hey, cheesesteaks involved. That was it. Anybody did.
So I used to go to gyms on South Street. I used to like going to gyms.
Yeah.
And then I went to Max. It was okay. It wasn't great.
Max is amazing.
But the funny thing about Max was that this is why I fuck with Philly so hard. So it was these young kids in there being disrespectful.
Yeah.
And they kicked them out of Max.
Yeah.
And they went and got their OG.
Right.
And their OG was like, you disrespected her. And she was not having it. She's like, y'all take all y'all asses home. I will whoop all y'all. And she made them like, she checked all the little kids and just went. They got real quiet.
Philly women is strong.
Man, they got real quiet. Ain't nobody. Yo, she was like, them kids that held them, I was like, okay.
They had to put their mama voice. She put her mama voice.
Man, she made me apologize. I ain't even do nothing. Like that joint was serious.
You gotta put your mama voice on them.
Man. But she didn't allow them, and I thought was a very good attribute was that she didn't even allow them. So she's like, you don't disrespect that lady like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that lady's been a pillar of the community. This.
Yeah.
And you know, she checked them because you know they was like, oh, we gonna get my mama to whoop your ass.
Mm-hmm.
She came in, she wasn't even having that. She shut all that shit down. But you know, that's what we need more of that.
Yes, I agree.
You know. So, now we're ready for the real questions.
Oh my goodness.
Let's get to
let's start with the one I love. What's your Mount Rushmore?
Of hip hop.
Hmm.
We were your top people.
Definitely Tupac.
Okay.
Why?
Because his energy, his aura, his message. There hasn't been a MC that delivered the message that he's delivered. You know, I haven't heard a Keep Your Head Up or a Dear Mama. He stood for something that was more than just music to me. So, of course, you had artists that surpassed his records, but to me, he just had the most soul. He had the most energy. So,
I mean, to keep on when I ask these questions, and you may say artist, it doesn't mean I dislike or just I just say like I just want to know why.
This helps us learn you.
So
That's how we learn you.
Because a lot of people when I do, they be like, "What the hell do you mean?" And they could be an artist I like. They be like, "One of my favorite artists, Karis One," and you be like, "I like Karis," and I be like, "Why?"
Right.
Doesn't mean I just like. I just but go ahead, continue.
Pop, of course, Biggie, and I know that's kind of cliche when people say Tupac and Biggie, but no, when you really study their catalog, they was really the first for a lot of things.
So what do you like about Biggie?
Just so classy. He was street but classy, and I never seen a rapper put words together in the way that he did, and it was influential on me, and I'm not even from that era, and he influenced me. So definitely Biggie.
So let's stop on Biggie for a second. Biggie wordplay was phenomenal.
Yeah, his flow was amazing.
And he was very descriptive. Like he would walk into the room, be rapping about you walking into the room and the pictures being on the wall. However, his mama was an English teacher. Like his like a little bit over, But he was his wordplay. And then when you really listen to Ready to Die and you hear his cadence, you can really tell. So like a lot of Ready to Die is really one take and it's a freestyle.
That was the first rap album that I listened to straight through. So like I said, he's not even from my era, and that's the first rap album I listened to. So he was definitely doing something right.
Continue.
Jay-Z, with Jay-Z, he kind of painted. He made the ghetto look beautiful to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of artists, that come from the inner city, but with Jay-Z, we're just putting like the Hard Knock Life, sample on a song. The way that he was just painting it, he made me feel proud about where I was coming from. So definitely Jay-Z. And last but not least, I'll have to go with DMX. DMX. His music was therapeutic to me. He was the one who got me out of a lot of things, a lot of dark moments. So definitely DMX. And like I said, the energy.
Favorite DMX song?
Slipping.
Falling, I can't get up.
You all right with me? That's my favorite DMX song too.
That is not my favorite.
Really, what we talked about this year.
And with DMX, just vulnerability.
True.
Just vulnerability, not being afraid to show vulnerability, no matter how hard or masculine you want to be, you still could show vulnerability.
You know the most gangster thing DMX ever did?
What's up?
Was when he recorded his album, and at the end of that first album, and it was so rugged and raw.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
He spray at every show.
Like the funny thing is, I remember like back when we had CDs, like I felt really bad if I skipped this. So I would just listen to it. And it was just, but then again, if you're going through something, and like, and then you just hear the words, it just reflects on you, and then you're like, oh, damn, you know what, today is gonna be out.
But you talk about cadence. DMX cadence was like no other.
Well, his energy was like no other.
Yeah,
I remember him performing with a pit bull one time. I was like, I don't even touch pit bulls. That's,
Hey, puppy. No, that's no.
Yeah. First of all, Taylor's the only pit bull that I rock.
He's mixed. Isn't he mixed?
He mixed, but he still got pit bull in him, though.
Yeah, but you think
he's pit bull Rottweiler.
That's not a good thing.
Before we get to Lady Antoinette's question, I'm gonna let you know Taylor caught a body. Anyway.
Exactly.
Allegedly, it was never proven.
He killed the dog sitter's dog.
It was never proven. It was dead when they got back home.
Didn't he bury him or try to bury the dog?
No. He tried to dig him up.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. He was like, "You don't rest in peace."
With my dog's back.
Allegedly, there was no.
You cannot don't bring your dog into this equation.
Allegedly, with his teeth marks on. It was two.
Murderers.
It was two dogs. It was two dogs at the start. One dog at the end, but he allegedly did something.
Right. Who else killed him?
Lady Antoinette, Lady Antoinette, you got a question?
Sure do. Because this right here. Ooh.
How do you sit next to him every week? We talk about that later.
No, I'm scared because I told you I think I'm gonna get struck by lightning.
I think so too.
Well, accident because no.
That's what you call it.
So my question to you is, you're, of course, you're an aspiring artist, and you've told us, your Mount Rushmore of hip hop. But what was that exact moment where you said, I need to do this. I want to do this.
Ooh, that's good. I've been doing this since I was a kid. I think music kind of was I would say it created all the moments in my childhood. Let's say when I was in elementary school and I seen a pretty girl that I liked in school. There was always it was always a song that complimented how I was feeling. So, like I said, it was just something that was just always in me. Every time a song came on, I wanted to sing or I wanted to dance to it. I wanted to be a part of it. So I knew this since I was a kid that I wanted to do this.
Okay. So you were born into it. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Okay. CP3, what you got?
All right. So you have a musical background and you were born into it. What is your burning desire to leave on the music industry with what you're doing, with your sound and your talent? What do you want your legacy to be when you're done in this game?
I want people to remember me just for not only telling my story, but telling theirs. If you can find a way to connect with everybody through your music and your story, I think that my story is relatable, or I feel that my story is relatable to people all over the world. So, yeah, I just want to tell my story and I just want to have fun doing it.
Beautiful answer, bro.
Appreciate it.
Right, he said he's for the people.
CP3, those are really good. You said in your serious voice. I'm so
I
proud of
told
you.
you I'm being professional doing the interviews, man.
Professional.
Let me tell you, there's a reason why he's being professional during the interviews now. Somebody had to pull up on him, so you did a good.
Yeah.
I ain't scared.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story. So, name an album that impacted your life. You thought we just gonna come in and just jokey joke.
I mean, no, it's not. It's just it depends because every album complements like a mood. It's really different.
But
break it down. This is about you.
Here's the great thing. I know the owner of the bar. We got enough time to do what we gotta do.
We all streaming live, baby.
Yeah.
Okay, break it down.
Well, I would say the first album I really remember that was on repeat as a child was Confessions by Usher. That was the time where I really started to understand what music was. Okay. It impacted me because just the sound of it, the feeling, like.
Because that whole album's a feeling.
Yeah.
It was a feeling. Like how we talk.
Somebody.
That was a
flashback. Right there. I was like, ooh.
Woo!
That was serious.
That was serious. I was like, yeah, confession. Woo!
I'm like, yeah, I confess.
That touched some things.
Yeah. It was really Usher, even before Confessions, like 8701. So when You Got It Bad came out, that was the first video I seen. And I remember seeing Chili, with the braids, the baby hair, and I was in love as a kid. I didn't understand what I was feeling, but she made me feel like I was home. And she was melanated, and after that, it was just like I just was inspired. I was inspired. I would basically say Usher 8701 in Confessions.
Okay. Over here.
Lady Antoinette, what you got? Trying to run away.
From this one over here, you got him over here like, yeah, she made me feel the way too.
I mean,
y'all was in crushing on Chili.
Baby hair, man. Baby hair.
what?
Oh,
You know, and that's funny because Chili looked exactly the same. I don't know how she doing.
yeah,
She a vampire.
she ages backwards.
She didn't age backwards. She looked exactly the same. Like, how you do that? But you know, and I like that Confessions is a good album. 8701. I mean, Usher was phenomenal, but you did just make me feel a little kind of way because you said when I was a kid, I was like, what?
No disrespect. Most people, when you said that, like,
I was like, talking myself like,
Hey, I was like, I had a baby. I was married.
I was confessing some stuff.
I was running out of clubs. I was
Like, wait, what?
doing a lot of bad things back then.
A lot of people in these feelings.
Yeah, but that's all right. But at least we know that you got good taste in music.
But the production of the thing about the album is the production and the storytelling on the album is immaculate. And that's when Usher really stepped his game up from just being a regular singer to Usher.
Well, I mean, also he was trying to, confess.
Yeah.
Because he was messing up a little bit.
But see, the thing is about Confessions is it's really not a confession for him and Chili. It's actually a confession for Jermaine Dupri on Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Say what?
But at the same time,
but we already know it's some in there.
He
did.
He messed up.
Jermaine Dupri, that's what happened with that.
You remember they used to date?
I know they was dating, but I know
Jermaine ain't do right by Jermaine.
That little
Yes, that one. That's why we be trying to tell y'all. All these men out here.
Not all of us.
No. I didn't say all the men, but all these men out here that people be like, oh, you.
First of all, you can't even be offended.
I'm a changed man.
Because you was doing the same thing when Jermaine was. You was about the same age Jermaine was when he was out in the wild.
I'm older now. I wouldn't cheat on Jan. I tell you that.
We don't know that.
I tell you that.
You didn't date her. You didn't date her, so we don't know.
Back in your 20s. Back in your 20s.
And the same with Chili.
If I had Janet, man, hell.
CP3, you done told us stories of what you've had every man's fantasy and you still cheated.
But I didn't have Janet. Janet is something different.
Well, what about Chili?
Same thing with Chili. I wouldn't cheat, man.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
You had cornrows, boy. You gonna cheat regardless.
I did not stay at home, dude. She came home.
You was so lying, like, anyway.
Clothes been washed, folded.
Okay, now you gonna be after 7. Okay.
Hey, look, I'm looking for a sponsor.
Anyway, what you got? What you got right here?
So I do have a question.
I feel bad for you though.
I'm gonna touch on this because I feel like you do have a good taste in music. Where do you think? Well, no. What's your opinion on the direction of hip hop right now?
Well, I think that we need balance. You know, I have no problem with what's going on in my generation. I just think that it's more to hip hop than just, just the lit, gangsta hard. I think we need more balance. We need more love. We need more unity, and we need a story. I'm for with everything that's going on right now. I just think that we need to add more balance. That's what I grew up on, and we need more unity.
I like it because I'm with you.
What makes a song great?
What makes a song great?
Mm-hmm.
When it's unique, whether it's a rapper, singer, it's really just about a person tapping into who they are and expressing themselves instead of just always doing something that's trendy. When you can dig deep within yourself and find your story and figure out what you want to tell, you're gonna always sound different, and that's what makes a song beautiful to me.
CP3.
Trying to come with another solid question.
He said home.
Yeah,
Because he probably had a less than solid question in his mind.
He was probably
I got a message that kind of threw me off that I got to disregard real quick. Don't be looking at me like that. You be getting messages on the show too.
That doesn't mean anything.
Exactly. As I tell most of the artists that come onto the show, I'm an old school hip hop head. I normally don't listen to nothing beyond 2005, unless it's somebody I really rock with. But what?
How really gotta get you updated.
stuck in my way.
I mean, you can at least make it in 2010. Goddamn.
Game changed, baby. The game changed. It's 05, dog. It changed. They started singing on the tracks and all the bullshit and all that couldn't deal with it. But what would you categorize yourself as? A storyteller, a lyricist, an MC? How would you categorize yourself?
I wouldn't categorize it.
Great
I
answer.
think he can do it all, right?
Artist. Whatever I'm feeling, I put it down and I record it.
So y'all want me to do 5 do's and 5 don'ts before or after we play the video?
I'll play the video first.
We'll play the video?
Video.
Because I got a video and I got a song.
Okay,
I want the video of the song. I want to hear the art. I haven't heard them. I want to hear it before we get to the video.
we want to hear this at the bar.
I want to hear this young man and what he has to say.
Me too.
Okay, I guess
We
we're
want
gonna
to
hear
hear
it.
it at the bar premiere.
So one, we do this, and I want to give the disclaimer. I'm 151 and straight for no chaser. I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And I do things like organically. Like I haven't listened to your stuff yet.
Cool.
So we all gonna hear it for the first time. Cause they asked me about it. It was like, well, did you play it? No, I like playing it on air. Even when people send us music,
Cool.
I give you my honest feedback.
Gotcha.
You know, and we don't be spiteful or anything like that. But you know, people have it's always gonna be the one guy, and I'm always gonna bring him up. He sent us a track, and I was like, it's good. It should be side track, and he was just like, it sounds like you're hating. And I was like, but you sent it in for me to critique. And I'm not hating. I'm just giving you what it is. And when Lady Antoinette said, well, send us a better, if you have a better song, send it to us. He was like, no, I'm good, and got really offended. And then I just climbed it for like 4 weeks later. 4 weeks straight.
We did.
That's what we do, you know. You want to get butthurt. You're an artist and you can't take criticism. You're not an artist.
I got the video and
you're in the wrong profession. So.
I play more percent.
But yeah, we call it like we see it, you know. I'm an asshole, he's an asshole, she's lady asshole. You know, we just
That's a very good picture that you just painted. I'm sure people really want to tune in now. Thank you, CP3.
I'm saying they all have a little bit of asshole in themselves also. So they would love to see us be assholes. That's how we get the wonderful views.
I'm an angel.
Put a blade.
What? You gotta be, you gotta protect yourself. That's all that is.
So you want to tell us about this video before I play it?
So my story, that's what the video is called, and basically self-explanatory. Talking about where I come from, my inner city, my people, and how I grew up, and where I am now.
Let's go,
Let's get to
CP3.
it.
You ready, CP3?
Yay.
I'm gonna mute your mic because I don't know what you've been drinking too much.
Right.
I need to balance it out.
That means you gotta mute mine too. He's sitting right next to me.
A few years ago,
He about to mute.
I told myself I'd be the next big thing in the industry. See, the game is simple. Life has its way to show us that anything is possible. The power of the tongue, which has the ability to be detrimental or beneficial. Was it beneficial? I'll leave that one up to y'all. This is my story from me to you.
If you're listening to this song right now, I'm speaking specifically to you. I want to give you my testimony and tell you a little bit about myself, if you don't mind. Alright. Coming from nothing but a little struggle and pain. Crazy how we can all turn around for you and change. I done seen a lot of things in the street, wrong danger to me. Hustling with them niggas that was no good for me, but I never gave up, 10 toes prayed up. Thinking about the nights when the opposition got sprayed up. Trying to see a sunny day, all I get is rainy days. Screaming free my dogs and the loved ones who ain't here today. Yeah, I miss you, wanna kiss you, wanna hug you and hold you, won't forget you. All my life I've been misunderstood, just a little nigga trying to get up out the hood. And this thing we call poverty, but that's all inside of me. Used to cry myself to sleep, but strong I gotta be. Now I'm on TV, I done made it out the street. Troubled child turned the streams to reality. See, I knew that I would get there all along. Listen to the words of the song. This is my story from me to you. All I wanna do is just give you thought that we would come up like we did. Running around on Upland Street, man, I never forget. They told us we was bad, always getting in some shit. Breaking windows from throwing rocks, but we was just being kids. And smoking at the park, coming in after dark. Rolling with them thug niggas, reckless with no heart. Sexing on them, hood rats addicted from the start. Trapping and catching cases, ghetto life is so hard. Coming from a broken home, left me all alone. Neglected as a child with nothing to call my own. But now that I'm good, now that I'm paid, I'm shining, everything is okay. This is my story from me to you. All I wanna do is just give you my truth. I'm giving you my truth with you in it. Promise to keep this just between me and you. Don't you tell nobody, no. And you can do anything, 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 anything. Just believe in your dreams will come true. So yeah, this is A to B conversation. And with great faith, you can see your way out of anything.
Yeah, it was a big file, so it
You ready? One tree to fam.
I'm like hasta la vista. Got me speeding in a fast lane. Rubber band man by my cash, running game like a cheetah. You know we gon' ball through the dash, man. Burn out. Get the money, make the cash rain. Hop out. You know how we rock out. Two twin llamas for the drama when the ops out. Bad bitch pop out. Pretty gang rock out. Rapping for the money, get it, you know what I'm about. And I'm from the East Coast, thugging all that we know. With them free shooters, knock it down like a free throw. Used to hustle day and night. Now I'm in the limelight. Doors close on you, but they open when the time's right. They send me rolling in my city with the top down. Finally made it from the bottom to the top now. I'll be the greatest, so I can't boot and bet it on me. Came a long way from poverty, cause I be money scheming. With the stars now, think I must be dreaming. In the dark when I was fighting all my demons. Never gave up, that's probably the reason my foot on the gas. And I'm like hasta la vista. Got me speeding in a fast lane. Rubber band man by my cash, running game like a cheetah. You know we gon' ball through the dash, man. Burn out. Get the money, make the cash rain. Hop out. You know how we rock out. Two twin llamas for the drama when the ops out. Bad bitch pop out. Pretty gang rock out. Rapping for the money, get it, you know what I'm about. With it cash, I'm a go-getter. Say I'm making funny cause I act like I don't know niggas. Where the fuck was y'all niggas? Think they gon' ball with us? I made mistaken for a lame, I ain't no sucker. You gon' get rained on, you ain't under my umbrella. I'm pushing the latest, so you know she tryna roll with me. Came a long way from the street, cause I be money scheming. With the stars now, think I must be dreaming. In the dark when I was fighting all my demons. Never gave up, that's probably the reason my foot on the gas. And I'm like hasta la vista. Got me speeding in a fast lane. Rubber band man by my cash, running game like a cheetah. You know we gon' ball through the dash, man. Burn out. Get the money, make the cash rain. Hop out. You know how we rock out. Two twin llamas for the drama when the ops out. Bad bitch pop out. Pretty gang rock out. Rapping for the money, get it, you know what I'm about. With the cash, yeah.
You sure you're alright?
They had two different types of tequila. Like, what the hell do you think? Am I alright? Feed me this alcohol.
It's your boy Mello introducing the young homie, Aamir Khari.
been a long flight, anticipating the moment I get to see you. I've been in my lately, it's been hard to reach you. I've been so busy trying to make my vision come true. So when I finish, get ready, you know I'm coming through. It ain't no stopping when you give me the green light. Even when it's wrong, girl, it feels right. Got me like, I dive in, baby, take me downtown. Ain't no telling what we about to do now. Feeling you when you feeling me, sing it like, so come and tell me what it's really gon' be. Then the lights, it's just you and me. Got some things I wanna show you, baby girl. So if you rollin' with me tonight, baby, come get it, we gon' be all night. You know I wanna love you all night long. Cause I know what to do to turn you on. So put it on me like it's been too long. Baby girl, I wanna feel you all night long. Now that we're here, I'm feeling the tension in the air. I know how you need it, you love it when I touch you there. Relax your body, I'm the captain, let me take control. My coordination is off, just tell me where to go. We got all night, don't you rush it, cause things take time. Ain't going nowhere, I'm yours, baby, you know you're mine. Promise to be there by your side. Being with you got me on the high. Got me like, I want you to feel every part of me. Below sea level, got me falling so deep. Can't breathe, I'm just drowning in your love like, keep going till we reach the climax. Once we come down, ain't no going back. Baby, hold on to me till the morning time. So if you rollin' with me tonight, baby, come get it, we gon' be all night. You know I wanna love you all night long. Cause I know what to do to turn you on. So put it on me like it's been too long. Baby girl, I wanna feel you all night long. Cause baby, you've been gone for way too long. And I've been craving your touch, eager to give you my love. Ain't no need to set the mood, girl, just take it off tonight. Feel your body heating up, do it so good, can't get enough. Anytime you want it, girl, anytime you need it, let's get lost in the moment. I wanna love you all night long. Anytime you want it, girl, anytime you need it, get lost in the moment. I wanna feel you all night long. Hold it with me tonight, baby, come get it with me all night. You know I wanna love you all night long. Cause I know what to do to turn you on. So put it on me like it's been too long. Baby girl, I wanna feel you all night long.
You think about your lost baby. You lost. What?
Because I'm actually very impressed by the versatility of the three tracks that you played. You know, the first one was more like spiritual, that you can feel it, in your soul. The next one was like, a nice little party vibe, a little something. And that last one was like something that if you fucked up with your girl, you can play that for and try to make up.
Oh, you can relate to that?
You're reminiscing about Sharita. No, who Sharita is?
Saving that relationship, man.
That's Joey done, son.
He said, I was just thinking about it.
Because honestly, I'm gonna tell you, before the show, I looked at the picture that you posted. I was like, wasn't sure what to expect.
Yeah.
But I can say I'm pleasantly surprised by the music that you put out. It's very, very good, very diverse, and you are very versatile in what you do.
But one of the things about the show is this: we love bringing on people we don't know.
Exactly.
But also, we want to give you a genuine reaction, and I was pleased too. I mean, I can see your influences, in hip hop and R&B. I definitely could pick up on the fact that yes, you're influenced by Usher. I don't know about Lloyd, but I kind of felt that in there. Early Trey songs, I felt that, especially with the first track. So I could see that, and I already felt like you had good taste in music based off of what you were saying about your influences, and I hear that. So I'm pleasantly surprised.
I appreciate it so much.
I'm hating because I can't sing well.
That's why I say brace yourself. I'm like, yeah, look at his face. I wasn't
Oh, child.
All his hair and singing.
You gonna rap and sing.
And you got long hair. I'm hating.
Nah, I think so. One, I think you got a great look, got a great sound.
Appreciate it.
But now we gotta talk about the other side.
Okay.
So on the business side,
Mm-hmm.
like how many? Do you know how many like copyrights you're supposed to have like for your songs and stuff?
I know how many.
Yes. Most artists don't. One is nothing to be ashamed of. So one.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna tell you because even as a person that was managing somebody who used to rap, I thought one copyright was enough, and it's wrong.
Yeah.
So it's 3.
Okay.
So what you do is you have to get your lyrics copyrighted, then you gotta get your beat copyrighted, and then you gotta get the composition copyrighted. The composition is your lyrics and the beat put together. So several years ago, we was in Texas, and the video that we played, Money, and Renegade killed it in Texas.
Yeah.
We literally were performing upstairs, and there was another party downstairs, and everybody came up to see us. So on our way back to the DMV, we was at a bar, and we had 2 different flights, and we were drinking, and it was a dude named Wendell. First name was Wendell. I forgot what his last name is, but he was talking to us, and he scores movies, and we played him Money, and we were so proud. And I was like, yeah, this joint is hot. And he was like, yeah, but he was like, do you own the copyrights to that beat? And I said, no.
Fortunately, we own everything.
So, but here's the thing to that. So after I told him no, you know, I followed him on social media like any person would.
Mm-hmm.
Wendell has an Emmy for the Breonna Taylor story that was on Netflix. No, Hulu. And then he also got another Emmy, I think, something that he did on Netflix as well.
Okay.
So I tell you this because I want you to be prepared when people like to have your stuff in order, because when those opportunities come, because like I'm thinking, okay, well, you know what? As soon as we get back to Texas, and he's in the DMV too, but I'm thinking, well, as soon as we get back to Texas, we're gonna kill it. If I meet somebody like that again, we're gonna have everything in order. And guess what happened the next year? COVID.
Cool.
But yeah, your copyrights are a big thing as an artist, and if you're writing your own stuff, you're doing everything yourself. That means you would want to protect your music.
Me and my team got on that real early.
And then on the flip side of that is you have major artists who have people that when you sing your stuff or come to your show and say something, send me an email. Send me an MP3 of that song. And I know plenty of people from this area that people, name brand people from Usher's camp have stolen songs from. And every time you have to be very worried. If you don't have if your paperwork's not in order, you can get taken. So that and that's one thing reason I try to tell artists, like, you need to have everything in order the proper way.
Yeah, so
you got a great sound, because it's the music business.
Yeah, you want to be able to comfort their head if they take from you. That's all.
I'm going to say you definitely should listen to what he's saying about copywriting stuff, because you have a unique sound. And you have a versatility that most artists don't have.
Appreciate it.
And like we were talking about, because I do beats. 151 used to rap. You could do the Man Before His Nephew, Renegade. My goal is to have one of my beats on the soundtrack. You have that feel that you can put something on the soundtrack and make a good living off of.
Appreciate it.
So make sure you follow the business aspect of it, because that's where I've lacked in my things and some of the folks that I know. So just if you stay on top of that and keep doing the craft that you're doing with the love and the talent that you have, you definitely want to go far, bro.
So the great thing that you have is a team. So this is what a lot of people feel like. They don't have a team. No man is an island. So when you come to a show, like anytime my nephew perform, I could be dead bone tired. I'm there. I'm there. I'm taking pictures. This, whatever. Even if I invite 100 people, don't nobody show up, I'll be the one person there for him. You have a team, and that's a good thing, because that helps you build your brand.
Absolutely.
You know, that helps push you, because as an artist, you can concentrate on your music. If you have to concentrate on your music, your business, your look, your that. Something's going. And I know this because I failed in all of them. Because I was an artist, I had a group, but I had to manage the group, I had to produce the group, I had to get it shows, and then hell, by the time I got to the studio, I was like, yo, whatever. Because it takes so because it's only 10% music.
Yeah.
It's 90% business. There's a lot of, and the thing about it is when I see talented brothers like yourself, you got to be able to bring everything to the, because this is the difference between a person that doesn't have great music, but they got hustle.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that are making it right now that lyrically suck.
Yeah, we've seen them.
No bullshit.
But they got the hustle to do it. And there's a lot of talented people that don't take care of business.
Right.
You know, we was in Miami. And it was a DMV showcase, and we had DMV artists, we had Miami artists and stuff like that. The DMV artists got really embarrassed us because they didn't take care of the business. One of the dudes I personally know had his manager didn't show up, had his team is literally sitting down there. They're not doing anything to make him, he's walking around, they're not taking pictures, they're not handing out cards. Like, if that's it, what the fuck did you come to Miami for?
Right.
If you came to sightsee, go to the beach, then go to the beach. Because if you're not here to support, like, they will tell you. She can tell you. When my nephew's there, I'm taking pictures. I'm walking around. I'm getting him to meet people. I'm telling people to take pictures with him. I can show you a picture from 10 years ago. Like, that's what your team is supposed to do for you.
Absolutely.
You know, it doesn't matter if it's 1 or 1 million. Your team's supposed to make you feel like you a star. But they're supposed to take care of your business aspect so that you can do what you can do with music.
From day one.
So it's great that you have that because, like I said, a lot of these dudes, like, if we go into Miami, it's not an open mic. It's not like going to an open mic out Adams Morgan. You know, we going for a show.
Yeah.
You got to have your team show up.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people fail at. So I'm glad that you have a team.
Showed up today.
Yeah.
And we're happy. Yes, we're happy to see that you came with a team.
Phenomenal team. Excellent team.
Some big dudes. I was starting to get worried. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, there's everything about my team. They definitely take care of business, and they definitely school me to the business. They make sure everything is in order.
And the thing is, too, as an artist, the great thing you can do is listen.
All I do is listen. No matter how much I know, I ain't never got my head up my you know what. So I'm always willing to learn. So
that's what's gonna put you over the top. Because I've always had the drive and the will and the want, but I never had a team around me to help uplift me and take me to where I need to go. Just keep doing what you're doing, bro. You're gonna go far.
I appreciate it.
And we definitely got some things in the works where, we definitely gonna be reaching out on some ventures because like, we have some projects
I
in the works.
appreciate it. I'm all for it.
And I got an artist myself that I'm, cultivating. He has an artist. He's similar. He sings. He makes his own videos and all that stuff. But I can see a collaboration with y'all two and Renegade on the track that we already produced. So we definitely gonna be in talks. Cause, we gotta make some of this happen.
And I'm gonna be real with you. As an artist, I'm gonna be real. I appreciate the fact that you said you listen. Nothing worse in the world for artists to have a talent, a great team, and then they don't listen. There's one particular artist, yes, you have talent, team, and you don't listen. That's a problem. There's one particular artist from this area. I'm not gonna go into who he is.
What's his name?
Go ahead.
Nah,
It's a real.
I'll tell y'all off air, but it's a real reason.
I'll say his name.
I witnessed. I literally witnessed an artist do some stuff. They didn't listen to their team. They had the talent. They did a performance. They had a contract. After the performance, you were supposed to sign, autographs and things like that. Another act was there, a larger act, and they looking at him silent, And this particular artist was like, "Nah, I'm out." About to breach contract and everything. You was about to not get paid. And your team is chasing you down, trying to get them together. And he just felt like he was bigger than what he was. And he eventually got bigger than that. However, the same problems exist, and it is hurting his brand. It is hurting his career. He is known to be that difficult one. So it's good to hear that.
Talk about Wale.
Hey, now. It is known that people have those problems, and I applaud you, because I've seen it firsthand, like literally firsthand, the situations that can come about from that. So I'm glad to hear that at least your headspace is good.
Well, I had a situation last night with my DJ. Same
So,
thing.
At the strip
one
club.
of the things like this is that
I'm trying to work with the brother, but the brother don't want to listen.
Okay, babe.
so it's hard to listen when you're doing ones. One of the things is like a lot of artists come up to me and they see and they think just because Renegade's my nephew, that's what makes him successful. Renegade's successful because he listens to what I say. So a lot of people be like, I want you to manage, and then I'll give him something to do for like 10 seconds to see if you can pay attention. And if you can't pay attention, there's no point in me doing it because I'm not gonna repeat myself. Like I'll be like, okay, well go to his page and share this and share that, and then he's gonna share this and share that. And I'll wait for you to do it just to see what you're gonna do. When you show me you can't listen, we done. Like the ability to listen, I've learned more from listening, learning what not to do and listening to people. So people will tell you what not to do and do this. Like I've learned more of doing that way than anything. So when people say, you know what, don't touch it, that's hot. I don't need to touch it. Right?
Shut your mouth, though.
I'm not one of those people. Oh, it's really? Nah. You told me it's hot. I don't need to touch it. So, but when you have wisdom around you, and you have to appreciate the wisdom around you, so I always think that's a dope thing. So we're almost to my favorite part of this interview. But before we get to my favorite part, we gotta go to the 5 do's and the 5 don'ts of what you learned about the industry.
The 5 do's and the 5 don'ts.
Correct.
So we can start with the don'ts.
Let's go.
Keep your personal life off social media.
Say that one again.
Amen,
Keep your personal life and your feelings and your emotions off social media, so people won't have the mindset to think that they can have their opinions on what you do in your life.
So one of the things is and that's such a powerful phrase. So I always tell people, like, if you looked at my Facebook page and you thought everything on my Facebook page was me, then you don't know me. Because the only thing on my Facebook page is either memes or my radio show. That has nothing to do with my character as a person. And I purposely do that. So like if you don't have a conversation, you don't know me. So you can't be like, oh well, he's this and he's that because I saw it on his IG. Dog, I post dumb stuff all day. I post dumb stuff just to piss people off. Because I'm like, I know this is gonna piss somebody off. And then there's some stuff I don't post because I know I got family members on my page.
I still post it, but my motto is.
Yeah, that's why you always in Facebook.
Hey, look, we got me and you know who got beef right now, so it is what it is.
You stay in Facebook jail because you don't know how to.
Look, don't confuse my social media persona and my radio persona with who I really am.
My social media, I'm an angel. I got 2 actually 3 because I got the Lady Antoinette. No, because they made the Lady Antoinette one completely separate now. That's what Facebook did. Don't start with me. You don't want to be in jail.
Hey, look, I ain't in jail. They just,
Dog,
I'm trying to keep us on the air.
I've seen some of your memes.
Right.
Hey, look, I'm a reformed man. Leave me alone. I've changed.
Since last year?
Yes. Because I got put in jail too much. They restricted my views right now. Zuckerberg, if you hear me, man, I love you.
Why did you say his name?
I love you, bro, man. Please stop restricting my views.
Every time he says his name.
No, I'm being polite this time. I'm not cussing at him. But I'm not cussing at him. I'm appealing to his warmer side.
What?
Because I need my views back, dog. You're killing me right now, bro. I'm not even in the 1,000 views on my show right now, bro. You're killing me. I'm trying to get some sponsors. I'm trying to work with a brother, bro. Come on, man. I ain't saying nothing bad about you for a whole year, man. Come on.
No, it hasn't been a whole year yet.
Okay, 9 months. Leave me alone.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I'm a new man. Let people see
you know,
my
you
show,
drink liquor, you're supposed to speak the truth.
I am.
No.
All right, back to our guest.
All right, back to the show. I'm sorry.
What else don't you got?
I got the show.
You have no friends. You have no friends. Never get comfortable.
You should never be comfortable.
Always stay hungry. Always remember what got you there. And that's what keeps you, going forward. I don't really know 5. I'm still learning. I just know
I mean, you get what you got.
That's the most beautiful thing you said right there.
Mm.
You don't know, but you still learn.
Yeah,
Hey, bring my grandma.
No, I already keep mine. The most that explains.
But never get comfortable with something that a lot of people fall victim to.
Yeah.
See, a lot of y'all dudes call yourself local legends or icons. Like your album's double wood. Like the only person that got your album is your mother, your mother and your brother.
You know what local legend means? You get some free drinks at the bar. That's all. That's all that is.
First of all, time out. These niggas ain't getting drinks at the bar. They still paying for drinks. You give them way too much credit.
It is, because that local legend
Let me tell you something.
on your street.
So don't call yourself a local legend if I go on your streaming platform and all your songs have 1,000 views because you haven't promoted none of your stuff. So that ain't a local legend. That's just lazy booking.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yeah.
Like, and there's nothing wrong with I ain't shit on nobody that got 1,000 views, but you gotta promote yourself.
Yeah.
If you're not promoting yourself, when we did Money had 500,000 views by the end of last year.
Yeah.
But I promoted it. I was putting it on different playlists. I was like, it was something that we were doing. As the video stands right now, I think we had like 20,000 because I promoted it. That's, people, when you do something, you got to keep on doing it. And you got to be consistent. So we got 20,000 with Money. When we shoot our next video, I got to do 50. When we shoot the video after that, we got to do 100. Don't talk to me about I got 1 million views, but you sleeping on your mama's couch. Because you only did it halfway. You got to continue to grind. Don't get comfortable. You got comfortable because you did I could put a blindfold on, go to the basketball court, and shoot 10,000 times. Just because I made one shot blindfolded does not make me the next LeBron James. It just makes me a lucky ass dude who shot that shit. Period.
But we do. That's why I was asking about how you feel hip hop is going, because unfortunately there are a lot of people in your generation right now that are screaming, "I'm the GOAT." I'm like, bruh, who are you?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be so violent?
But my point is that I don't even know who they are. And I'm like, who are you? And you talking about you the GOAT. So unfortunately, that's a trend.
It's a trend. Fortunately, I was always told, king don't crown himself.
There you go,
brother.
That's probably the most powerful thing you can say on this interview.
You don't know how many times I done said that.
No, you ain't never said. I ain't never even said that.
I heard it. I know how long.
On my show, because I talk about Bill Rings all the time, giving himself nicknames and all this. Like, you don't give yourself a nickname. Other folks give you a nickname.
Nickname, but he said specifically, he said a king does not crown himself.
It's the same thing about you want to box you because you're so hot and nobody else does, but because you want to have a nickname because you consider yourself.
We're not talking about the names. You ain't a king. We talking about the actual
you get
title.
crowned by your peers, right?
Let's take a shot.
That means you don't call yourself king. Just like LeBron James, he didn't crown himself king. They called him king.
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas called himself Agent Zero, the hibachi, all that.
You know what? I can
I'm bringing up sports because I ain't trying to talk sports.
No.
You didn't have a chance.
I can hear your tone though. Like I can tell you just mad at Gilbert Arenas.
Because I can't stand that little stuff.
Play no more.
I wanted to knock him out that day, and I ain't never have a chance to.
Can we
Do we need to set that up? I mean,
but see, y'all make
is
that
that gonna make
segue.
you
I was
better?
talking about the nickname
No,
aspect. See,
can we
get back to the interview?
Right, because you
are really aggressive though.
This is y'all fault.
Dog, when you ain't say Gilbert Arenas.
And then when you name yourself Agent, okay.
Let it check. He was like, and Gilbert Arenas.
Been on Twitter before, and the punk motherfucker blocked me. I told him.
Okay, now it comes out. Okay.
That's the wrong solve issue.
Yeah, we can tell. So CP3, I do need you to talk for a second. So, and probably go to sleep in a little bit.
But wait, when you get the dudes, I ain't hear all the dudes.
Oh yeah, let's do the dudes.
I actually had one more
Don't you got another?
Yeah, I kind of had like one more. Don't. This one is a little bit
Don't be
more important.
CP3. I agree.
Please don't.
There's a couple artists, not too many, who came before me who I looked up to and admired. But the don't is put never let your ego never put your ego in the driver's seat. You know, it'll drive you crazy. And I say that because there's artists that, like I said, I looked up to growing up, but they let me down because of who they became once they felt fulfilled or they got comfortable, and it's just like, wow. And I guess in essence I learned to stop. It's nothing wrong with idolizing people. It's as long as you use it to your benefit to be a better you. But I just seen how artists come up and they just get so forgetful. And that's one thing that I learned. I don't got another don't. I know you said five.
No,
but
we
I-
might be talking about the same artist.
So what's the dudes?
The dudes is be yourself, have a trustable team that believes in you like you believe in you.
Yeah.
Don't follow sheep. That's a don't. That's a don't.
So you had more don'ts than you
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, the dudes is just be you and have fun. It's not really a list. This is not things that I really think about.
But
I mean,
see, what you say is so important because when you say be you and have fun, a lot of people they want to be something else.
Yeah.
So when you come off and here's the thing, a genuine person knows when a person is not genuine.
Yeah.
And you be like, damn, I can't fuck that dude over there.
Yeah.
They got bad energy or something. Like
Yeah.
I won't like if I feel somebody is got bad energy, y'all be like, oh, what's up, and I walk away because I don't even want to deal with that because something ain't right with them.
Yeah.
So when you being you, if you and you cool, you always gonna be cool.
Be you. Keep God first and have a solid team around you. That's it. This is a game. It's supposed to be fun. That's all it really is. It's not really a manual to this how people think it is. People complicate the simplest things, and that's just one thing
Say
that I
that again.
learned.
Please say that. Please.
You complicate the simplest things.
Yes, because you need to listen. You're
Social
right.
media
No,
plays a
I
part.
know this. I take it to the simplest degree. Other folks want to put multiply by X times 2. It's like, nah, bro, it ain't that complicated.
Social media plays a huge part, but it's not just social media. It's really like the people on it. So just you be yourself, and that's all it really is. And it's not really too much with the dudes.
I'm gonna say I'm pleasantly surprised by this interview.
You know what?
Alcohol is involved, but the real feelings are coming out.
How many fingers I got?
Shut up. I'm pleasantly surprised by this interview.
You know what?
Some great guests recently, but this young man is definitely.
Well, I'll tell you what makes a great interview is the fact that when they're not afraid to talk and they are not afraid to be themselves.
Exactly.
So I mean,
That's
he's comfortable
true.
here.
However, like I said earlier, he seems to be in a good headspace. That's what it is, and I do commend you for that.
Definitely. So CP3.
Yes, sir.
It is my favorite part of the show.
What that is, the favorite part of the show is bars at the bar.
So basically, we don't care if you freestyle, we don't care if it's written, we don't care if you sing, you rap. We just want to hear some bars.
Bars is rapping.
Well, you can do whatever.
You can do whatever. You can sing, you can
and
rap,
the
whatever
verse.
you want to do. Bars at the bar.
It could be a verse.
Whatever you feel right now.
Oh, you want to spit? Oh, so you don't want to sing a verse? You want to spit?
And I'll sing something off.
It don't even, as far as singing, if you want to cover somebody else's stuff, that's fine. We just want to hear you and your talent.
Worldwide.
But the only catch is when people always ask me, we do this acapella. I want to really hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you got a worldwide audience right now.
You only need to spit yourself. But if you want to sing to whatever you want to sing that shows us your talent, whether it's yours or something classic, whatever.
Show your talent, man.
I used to rap.
Okay, well, go ahead, rap.
It could be a verse on your
I'll sing one of the songs. Can I sing the chorus from All Night Long?
You can
Sure,
do
bro.
whatever
You can do
you
whatever you want.
want.
This is your interview, bro. This is you. This is your time to shine.
Oh, so if you're rolling with me tonight, baby, come get it. We gon' be all night. You know I wanna love you all night long. Cause I know what to do to turn you on. So put it on me like it's been too long. You know I wanna feel you all night long.
All right, we hear your pipes. We hear you.
Oh,
With your loud self.
That shit just
That's
make me.
fine now. We good with that.
Let him hit. That shit just make me mad because I ain't got that type of time. I
What?
got that type of time.
I ain't got that church vibe all of a sudden.
Oh, you want to confess? You want to tell us
No, I
something?
ain't confessing.
Okay.
You got all
Not on camera.
Yeah, we got
Not
all.
on camera. But no, we hear you. You got some pipes.
That was dope. That was dope. Oh, yeah.
I'm pleasantly surprised, you know, by
So surprised.
look, man.
Surprise.
It's been a rough man. Don't be worried about my grandma, all right? You know what I mean. They gonna keep all night. They gonna talk about when my speech gets slurred.
I'm so surprised.
See, these are friends that I got. They gonna pop they take a shot at some Mexican tequila, and they talk about me when I start stirring my speech. See,
You start what?
He starts to. You start.
See, I'm about to get out of here. Y'all ain't gonna keep on treating me like this. I swear, man, y'all treat me like a redheaded stepchild, man.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
See,
What?
You were.
I forgot what I was saying.
You were presently surprised.
And he was stirring his speech.
Hey, look, you felt it. You felt what I was saying. You know what I meant. I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
You know.
By the artist and the information that you gave, how eloquent you were, and the talent that you had. Honestly, you can ask these two. When I saw, like I said, when I saw your picture, I was like, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But to hear your music and to have an interview with you and hear how you think and hear your thought process, see your thought process and see your team, I am pleasantly surprised and I am glad I was wrong.
I was worried. You saw using a whole bunch of big
You was a
words.
mumble rapper. That's all.
No, I can really spit.
That's what I'm saying. The fact that you came in here singing, we was like, ah.
He wearing dude that this had was a one-hit wonder that was just going, you know, not have nothing to say, but you actually have insight, actually have thought process, a good team around you, you have a good base, which is, like I said, I'm glad to say I deal with a lot of youth that don't have that, so it's very good to see someone that does have that.
Yeah. And that's what it's all about, man. Just really installing balance, man. That's all it is.
I always love to see your face when you don't know what you're gonna get.
Exactly, and that's why I love this show because I'm not saying I'm not the most optimistic person in the world. I've seen I've seen some things and done.
Hold on, that's so surprising.
I'm trying to be sincere from the heart. You see what I get ridiculed.
What are you trying to be?
I'm trying to be sincere from the heart. Sincere, son.
Oh,
sincere.
Where are you from?
Dog,
I'm trying to relate to the New York nigga.
You talking like you.
I'm just saying.
You can spit. You can
You
spit.
can definitely spit.
No.
I just love.
Hold on, we gonna get Sylvester the Cat to stop talking. Sucker and succotash, CP3.
You feed me the alcohol.
You keep saying that. All right, let's go. Let's hit a spit.
I done seen dope heads, seen crack get sold. Niggas selling their souls so they won't get exposed. I done seen good girls going turn into hoes. Seen guns go off, seen tags on toes. Living in the 215, we call it the grimy city. My niggas wanted to eat, so they had to get grimy with me. Trying to stay out of trouble, but trouble will find us. Talking brotherly love, but nothing to find trust. When you living in the jungle, you trying to stay humble. Wanna black out like my clothes and go off like that gun do. Wanna make it out was told. Gotta be patient, feeling like I'm fucking slave and working on this plantation. Every day this.
When he said the whole CPC was like,
You want to know something? You know something? That was actually like one of the first raps I spit. I was like 15, 16. So I haven't rapped in a while. But that was like something that I did on the side. Like,
Yeah, you should really explore doing both.
Exactly, you should because
I mean, you wish like honestly, you can sing, you can rap. Like that, why do you get that type of child?
Don't categorize yourself.
Yeah,
Let it flow and expand and see where you can go with it. Because you have a unique sound and you can flow on the R&B side or on the rap side. And I'm gonna let you know, I'm gonna sing you some tracks that I done made and see if you might want to flow on some of them. I got some R&B, I got some dub, I got some hip hop, I got all different types of beats that I make. But you have a versatile sound that. All right, I'm gonna throw this out there. I've been watching America's Got Talent. And it's some unique folks out there.
I didn't expect that.
I know where that came from.
I like Simon. You know, he can let
Wait a minute though. I'm so proud of CP3 because every time I talk to him, this nigga was watching what was it the damn show?
I was watching the Discovery ID. Chicago. First 48 and shit like that.
I was like, damn, no wonder you ain't happy.
You know how to get away with the crimes before you commit.
You know what?
I'm just saying.
Okay, back to some
positive. We're gonna go back there.
You know what to say?
I'm just saying.
Back to something positive.
I watched that show, and it's a lot of different, diverse, different people that have different talents, musically, stunt-wise, or whatever. I feel like I'm pleasantly surprised by.
Can you say that word one more time?
Because that's the only way I can describe it. Because I told you before when we saw the picture, I was like, he's gonna be some mumble rapper that don't have nothing to say, and don't have nothing on his mind. But I am happy when I am wrong. I don't mind being wrong. And when I'm right, it don't do shit for me. When I'm wrong, I love it because I have no problem being wrong.
Because the thing is, you gotta learn that, and as I always tell you, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
And I always tell you,
he exactly said that. I looked at the picture, I was like.
But you gotta be able to open your mouth because you don't know what they're gonna sound.
That's why I just
I can bring the thing is, I can bring a dude in here that looks like the quintessential rapper. He got the jewelry, he got the look, and then we say, "Yo, can you spit?" And he be like, "Yabba, dabba, do."
But hold on, let me say this. Some of your influences do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I hear your songs, I do hear a little bit of Trey Songz. Trey Songz was a rapper.
Yeah.
And they were like, you can sing, like really good.
Yeah.
So he switched over.
Yeah.
Chris Brown will do both. And one of your influences you said was Usher.
Yeah.
One of the most famous quotes from one of his songs, as far as Usher, is from Nice and Slow. When he had his little.
He definitely did. Yeah, I haven't rapped in years. Y'all kind of like brung that out, and I was like, man, I'm like, should I spit that? Like,
yeah, you should. I'm glad
I did what I did.
Yeah, and that as an artist, the best place to be as an artist is to where you're able to be free to express yourself through music, however you choose to express it.
Yeah.
So if you feel inclined to spit something on one of your own tracks, do that.
Yeah.
Because, we like what we hear, so if we like both, and you put both in the track, and guess what? It might be a hit. There you go.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'll spit a full 16 next time I come up here. That's a promise.
All right.
That's a promise.
There you go.
So, what do you we can find your music at?
Well, it'll be up on all platforms all night long. It's coming out at the end of June. It'll be out on every platform. The project it's still in the works. Everything is done from the project. It's just all about timing and figuring out when we're going to release it. So, my story is on YouTube.
Yeah. Is that going to be on all digital platforms as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I think time is always important because when you release a project at the right time, like a lot more people gravitate towards it and stuff like that.
And I heard some summertime vibes in it, so
yeah. That Esther La Vista record, that was specifically for the summertime.
That's what it gave me. Summertime vibes.
What's your all-time favorite video?
You got to say Usher something.
All-time favorite video? I would gotta say probably Michael Jackson, The Way You Make Me Feel.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Explain. Tell us what
I like the storyline behind it. And keep in mind, that's what I feel right now. Like that's probably one of the most difficult questions I could ever get asked in an interview is, what's your favorite this or what's your favorite that, because each artist hits me different, and it's always that I'm like in the moment type of person. So it's like right now how I'm feeling, like Michael Jackson is like the storyline behind it is like my favorite right now.
That's sweet. You are not alone with my favorite.
Yeah.
Can you do something real quick, CP3?
Put that there, sir.
Talking to goddamn Mike.
I am talking to Mike. You know when the tequila involved, my voice changed like 6
No,
seconds.
you also forget where the mic is.
You know what?
Because it's been many times. I'm like,
Look, y'all bringing different types of tequilas in here. You know,
1800, bro. You only had 2 sips.
You see the sips that I took?
that's whose fault is it?
Hey, look, it's at the bar radio. Y'all encourage me to drink, and then when I drink, when I criticize how you drink. I swear I can't be in this toxic environment. I swear, you guys are gonna stop persecuting me like this. You're gonna open the bottle for me and then get upset when I.
Wait, time.
We about to have a whole.
Slow your roll.
Wait, we're gonna have a whole entire session. Victim 101. This is what
You open the bottle.
I'm not taking responsibility for nothing.
We know this.
CP3,
Exactly.
CP3. You know what the Cookie Monster is? He be like 1 cookie, 2 cookies. You opened the last 3 cookies.
But y'all put the bottles on the table, so it's y'all fault. I'm not taking responsibility for shit here. It's at the bar radio. I told you I like brown. You guys bring white. And then be like, drink some, it'll be okay. And then you're shocked at what happens after I drink.
Somebody,
it's not my fault.
Somebody gave me that for my birthday.
I don't care. You said open the bottle. The bottle in front of me is going to get open.
Time out. I didn't say open the bottle.
Yes, you did before the show.
I said I had to
get the Mexican.
But it's the killing involved. Look, y'all gonna stop trying to blame me. It's y'all fault. I'm not taking responsibility.
Yes,
and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yes, sugar.
Welcome to the victim syndicate.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's not my fault.
You got anything, CP3? Besides not being your fault?
I pretty much said all I say. I like what I hear.
Okay.
I like what I hear, and just keep doing what you're doing, bro. You got a good team around you. You got it sound like you got a good mind, a good head on your shoulders. You got good people around you. Just keep doing what you love, and you will go far, bro.
I appreciate it. Means a lot to me.
Lady Antoinette.
Oh, well, first I want to say thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You have definitely, you're a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
The only thing I can really say to you is be true to self. I'm sure I don't have to say it, but just be true to self. Like I said, you are in a good headspace. You have a good team. You're talented. If you just take that, hone it, embrace it, and run with that, you're good to go.
Yeah, appreciate it.
I mean, we definitely want to definitely have you back.
I owe you a 16.
Bro, we here next week, brother. Come back through. I'm gonna some man.
So I say it like this. So
that's when we going through.
So during the summertime, we try to grill at least once or twice a month.
At least once or twice.
You know, we do work on Sundays, so but you know, sometimes CP3 will call me and be like, "Yo, man, I'm coming to your house to grill."
I'm not doing it.
Like doing live, do what you gotta do. So you know, we like to have fun and invite people back, and we definitely want to have you back. I look forward to when the project drops, and then we actually support. So I think I've already liked it, and I may have left a comment. If not, I'll definitely go back through and maybe leave a comment. We are big on support.
I'll let you know I'll be playing your track tomorrow night on Sports and Hill podcast on my radio show.
I've seen the link and I've seen the email.
I'll be sending it out.
Because he has his own. I have
my own radio show also, so I'll be playing that doing. I play all the independent artists just like we play on here. So, like I said, if it's good music, I have no problem sharing it because I am a music head myself also.
But the one thing we always going to do is give you something organic. Like I said, it's easy for me to listen to the track and just say, "Yo, it's all dope, y'all." So when it gets here, we gonna tell you. I like to see everybody's opinion and how they feel. And this sounds good.
Yeah, if he was to tell me it was good and it was bad, I'm gonna look at him solid.
Yeah, we all be both on that. Like, what you drinking?
Right.
We always kill. That's why I love him. He always waits to play the music until show day.
That's respect.
He doesn't play it before, so we can get a buffer on it, and we give our honest, unadulterated cut. I'm an asshole. So if you have some boo boo, I'm gonna tell you, you need to go. You need to go.
And
put
I
some
can't
fries in
control
your
my
mouth.
face. Like if I don't like it.
So if we genuinely
I'm
give
like,
you a thumbs up,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you doing what
I
you're
mean,
doing, bro.
honestly, my man, and the lady internet was out. My man came through and he was he wanted to play all his cuts from his album, and then he played me his title cut, and I was like, that ain't it. I told him straight to his face. I was like, the other cut, he wound up making a video for the other cut, but the one I like, I was like, yo, that should be your lead single.
Yeah.
And I was like, no disrespect, but that would be the banger. And you know, he took it on the chin. He didn't take it down. We was hating or anything. When we critique something, it's out of love. But it's not like we want to tear people down. I'd rather build people up than tear people down.
I kind of see that like lately with my generation with you got the old head mentality or things like that. So I actually love to get whether it's constructive criticism or just an honest opinion from people who come before me because that's how you're gonna learn. My influences is from everybody who comes before me, so I appreciate it.
So, but we honestly we appreciate the music. We definitely gonna be playing the video. We definitely gonna be playing playing the song. As soon as my DJ gets his laptop, I used to do these things called the indie mix, where I would send him my Spotify mix off of my songs off of Spotify. But right now his laptop crashed, so he can't do it. But I was like sending my songs, and then he would just go through and mix them, and actually we played the mix for like 15 to 20 minutes. As soon as he gets up a new laptop and then get that MacBook fixed, we'll be doing that again too. But I love the energy. Like when people come in here and they're not afraid to talk, they got good energy. It just makes a fun show. And then then we got CP3 when he's thrown up in the bathroom.
I don't want to know because I'm sure that milk yesterday,
Lord,
along with the tequila today, is not a good mix.
Milk
I'm sure it's not.
Like, what would make you think that would be a good combination? You got anything for us, Lady Antoinette, before we get up out of here? Or?
No, I pretty much said, all of that needed. I mean, I feel like this is a good artist. You're definitely talented, and like I said, just be you. I can't wait to see what is to come. So keep us posted.
Absolutely.
Once you come here, you're part of the family. So
absolutely.
We always want support. You've got new stuff coming out, all that. If you want to come on, we've had people come out and decide just to kind of vent on some things.
Oh, that was a great show.
So we have different people, whatever. If you want to say, hit us up, hey, I want to come out there, to do this, do that, whatever, by all means, let us know.
Appreciate it.
What you got, CP3?
Like
not.
I said, I'm encouraged by your talent. I'm encouraged by your mindset. I'm encouraged by the way you're approaching the game. Because we talk to a lot of independent artists and they don't have it. They don't get it. And the way I feel is like you get it. Like you're destined for some big things in your life. And I'll be proud to say that he was on At the Bar Radio and we interviewed him before he made it big. But I'm gonna throw you a beat so I can try to get some more residuals too.
Can I ask you one question? What's CP3 mean? Is it Chris Paul?
No.
I've been thinking it.
My name.
That's his initial.
My name is Carol Porter III, and I'm CP3 with the number 3.
That's dope.
But with the Roman numeral 3, not the number 3, because CP3 has that trademark. So I have my sports radio show where I talk sports on the regular. So I try to link CP3 in with that and try to get.
I was wondering. I was like,
it's all about the Google, baby. It's all about
so here's the most crazy thing that I can tell you. He hates basketball.
I ain't gonna hold on. I'm not gonna say I hate basketball. I don't like basketball in the current state that it is. I'm an old school basketball head. I miss pick
old
and roll.
School hip hop, old school basketball.
I'm 43.
You want old school women too?
Yeah.
So serious.
The
alcohol was gone.
All they can do is DoorDash, and that's about it.
They can order you
some shit like a motherfucker.
They said that we order for you
go ahead
instead
and
of
get your
cater
cooks
to you.
up, baby. They're like, I cook better than most of the females that I
Look, man, they can't
then
cook.
you need to start dating different females.
Who you telling?
I've been telling
I gotta get up to the DMV.
They can't.
No.
They can't cook CP3.
You need to stop going
when
for
they put through your hair neither.
It ain't about going for ratchet. I've had different types of females.
You love ratchet.
I do like rap.
No, that's why I say that.
Because it cuts straight to the point. You ain't got time for all of that BS going back and forth, being all proper.
Let me answer that. Notice he goes, but I do like
I
it.
do like. I'm a ratchet nigga, but I'm also a classy nigga when I need to be. It's like I'm a good asshole because I'm an asshole when I need to be. I'm not an asshole all the time. See, there's rules to this shit here.
And I wrote me a manual.
Exactly. We working on that right now. So it's just that it's
You
just
see,
crazy.
Mr. Recon was gonna get us banned.
I was nice. I was nice this week. I didn't cuss nobody out. I didn't disrespect nobody.
Yeah.
The show's almost over, so
I mean, we
I think we're pretty
no,
safe.
because after we finish, I guess we gotta talk about the Asian hate real quick.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll probably end the show.
Being part black and Asian. But
You what?
We're not.
You know, I need a shot.
Time bill, we can't get one.
Huh?
You gonna talk about how sleepy Joe gave him
We
time bill?
gonna touch on the other stuff.
Oh yeah. We're gonna talk about that real quick.
We can talk about it.
Hold on. Okay,
We can talk about
so let me tell you this. You're a great artist, great movement, but now I gotta cut some people out real quick.
Oh shit.
And you wanna keep it moving. So the first question you gotta ask one. So let's just talk about what pissed me off. What pissed me off is the fact that there was a little kid that was he was 6, and his bike was in a neighbor's yard, and he was shot at, and the neighbor had to be Asian, but he was shot and hit
In the arm.
by the bullet.
And mind you, if he's little, so if he moved, it would have hit him.
Yeah.
Right. In
So the guy was releasing like either $1,000 or $10,000 bond, but he was free.
It was loud.
It's funny. As a black man, our children can't even get justice, and it's frustrating when they can pass a bill about Asian hate, but they still haven't passed a bill to make it illegal to lynch black people. That's a fact. It's fucking crazy. There are still bills that and so when you vote, remember what y'all voting for. But there's still bills that stuff that's passed where slavery is still not illegal.
Not completely. Right.
Not completely. But yet, it seems like every other race bypasses what justice for black men. And I said this when George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, like, I don't want reparations, I want justice. How can we get justice when a grown man shot at a 6-year-old kid and the police literally did nothing? Nothing. Not a damn thing. They locked them up and just let them go.
It wasn't the police. You gotta keep that in mind. It's bigger than just law enforcement. It wasn't the officers. So in order for him to get out,
yes,
who said it's bail?
The judge.
You see what I'm saying? So he was trying to be. Well, I'm not. I started off, kind of going in on the single bitter women, but I'm gonna be real with you. As we're screaming, Black Lives Matter, we see on the regular that it's not true. With that said, they're not passing these laws, but then they're doing things that they think are going to appease us. Things like, oh, we're gonna take this syrup off of the counter.
Yes.
Because we feel like it's racially charged. We gonna take Uncle Ben's off of the shelves. We gonna take, and it's not just black men. It's black men, black women, but also Native Americans. They're going through the same thing. We not hearing it. We don't even know that they're protesting because nobody's covering it. We don't even know the struggles that they're going through because nobody's covering it. With that said, they're taking Land O'Lakes lady off. Remember, we got Land O'Lakes one day, and I was like, I noticed the lady ain't on here no more. Because that's how they're trying to appease people.
So, in the midst of having cancer and putting a Band-Aid on it, that's the equivalent. So they're changing, and I grew up being a TC type. So now they've changed the name in July 1st. TC will no longer be called TC Williams.
Right.
It will be called the Alexandria Public High School or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
And they're saying because they found the name or that TC, the guy who was the name that I don't know who, but he was racist or something like that. They knew that shit when they built it.
Yeah. But there was a surge of Confederate monuments and things, not right after
But yeah,
the war.
I remember, like I remember when they took like me and CP3 talked about that because
Right.
I grew up in Old Town.
Right.
And
but that's my thing. They didn't do it. People are saying this is my heritage and this
that's
is
some
history.
bullshit.
But the problem is that these statues were not erected right after. They were strategically erected later on to be a reminder, a representation of a certain time frame. Way after. I can see if these statues were put up right after the war. These statues are not historic. These statues are not that old. Most of them are not. These schools are not that old. They're naming these things. They name these streets. If you go through Virginia, just Virginia,
yes,
and you look at the names of these streets, you look at the names of these high schools, elementary schools, middle schools, you look at you go to government buildings and see what's around you. These things and a lot of these things are new. This is not history. This is not about history.
So the crazy thing is when I used to live down here back in the days, and I never went, and I used to cuss people out, and they'd be like, "Oh, you ever been to the Woodline plantation?" I'm like, "What the fuck for? Why would I need to go to a plantation?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's something white people do."
I mean, this is kind of a sticking point for me. You can't. We talk about the cancel culture. Even though the civil rights war, civil war, and all of that stuff, segregation, is a fucked up subject, but by erasing it, you're erasing the black folks that actually contributed to the Civil War also. I know it isn't a shining point.
I disagree with that.
But if you erase and take down the Confederate statues.
No, those statues are not part of history. That's what we're saying. That's what I just
understand.
said.
That's why we had the conversation that if they want to have a Confederate museum down in the southern Texas, where southern states where folks want to do it, that's cool. Because that's what they want to contribute. Just like we have the African American Museum in DC. So you can't be on one side and not be on the other.
I feel like this, and because once again, where I grew up, when we moved down here from New York, and then having to deal with like New York, I didn't have a Confederate dude in the middle of King Street. When I went to Jamaica Avenue, all I saw was Negroes. So when we grew up and we in Washington Street, and like I said, when I had to cross the street, and then you standing on this flag, and then you standing on the thing, and you happen to read what the hell it says, and it's like, yo, right next to Ross, which it used to be a J.C. Penney's growing up, right next to Ross and the J.C. Penney's, it was it's a grave over there, and and in that church is this grave joint. It's the church of I forgot the name of the church, but it's a Confederate joint, a big ass joint of all the Confederate soldiers.
Right.
Like
that's the history of this country.
That's not my fucking history.
But
it's the history of this country.
Okay, here's the problem that I have.
But I'm part of this country.
And that's part of the history of this country.
Where in history?
You can't live in a vacuum. It's all in.
But hold on. Let me say this. Let me just say, because people always talk about history. Okay, it is part of history. It can be in history books. I'm fine with that because that's what happened. I'm cool with that. Okay, but what I'm not cool with is this. Number one, the Confederate flag that we know is not the Confederate flag. That is their battle flag. That has nothing to do with the Confederate Army and things like that, other than the fact that that is their battle flag. That's number one. Number two, they lost the war. So we're going to keep putting up statues of people who were traitors to the Union. Let's keep that in mind. Okay, that's what the whole war was about.
But you're acting like this is a fair battlefield. It's all right because it's all white. It's never going to be fair. It's never going to be looked at properly in our eyes because of the white privilege that this country exists of.
Right.
They're in it, so they're never going to see it. So no matter how much we yell, no matter how much we march, they're never going to comprehend that shit.
But you got to finish your point.
Right. What I'm saying is this. Okay, the reason why you don't see it in New York, because the white people up there in New York know that the people, the Confederate,
it was a different.
they lost.
Yeah, it was a different.
Yeah.
But
So what I'm saying, right? But what I'm saying is that these, first of all, black people tend to get brainwashed in regards to history.
Most
The
people
same, the same goes for anyone who feels that celebrating the Confederate flag, putting up these statues and all that. Oh, that's my history. Your history. Okay, sure. But these are the losers. Why would we celebrate the losers?
But it's still history. No matter if you win, lose, or
No,
draw,
I said celebrate.
it's still history.
When you put up a statue, you're celebrating.
You're celebrating it because they relate to it.
Right.
They relate because they look like them.
Correct.
Until we can understand the white psyche. Like I put a post out the other day because in one of my groups, somebody put a bullshit post about white privilege and it doesn't exist because they haven't experienced. No, but you have to think about it. They're in the pond of white privilege. They've never been outside of it.
Correct.
So they don't understand the privilege that they have because they've never been neglected of it. Until you can point that shit out to them and confront, like I did today with a couple of my Republican buddies that's on my page, and I put the light in their eyes, like, you've never had to think about getting killed on a routine police stop because you're in a car that they think that you shouldn't afford. They don't have that thought process because nobody's ever put them and said, how do you afford this BMW? Because you're a white man. But until you expose them to the differences of the comfort of the experience through their whole life because of privilege that they didn't know they had, because they feel like if it's not monetary, if it's not, oh, I had to work hard for everything I had, and, oh, I don't have privilege. No, you have privilege because you can get pulled over and don't have fear of losing your life and getting locked up because you're driving a car that's too nice for you or driving a neighborhood that they don't think you belong in. So until we can expose them and let them know that feeling, they're never going to see it. But until we communicate with them, we can't shut them down or shut them up because until we relate to them, it's not going to see it. Now with the opioid addiction, and now they want to, instead of putting people in jail, they want to put them in rehab. When the crack epidemic came out, what did they do? They put all the black motherfuckers in jail. But now that it's hitting little Jane and she's sucking dick for a motherfucking Percocet, now, oh, we need to have a program. Oh, the doctors write too many prescriptions for opioids because it's hitting home. Until we have that conversation and it relates to them, it's not going to mean shit. All this protesting, burning shit down, and getting mad at white people is never going to amount to shit until you can relate to them and communicate with them and let them understand where you're coming from. Because when it hits home and it's knocking on their front door, that's when they understand. Oh, I understand what you were going through now because it hit home.
We were talking about the fact.
But it's all wrapped up in one.
I know. But what I'm saying was that they were celebrating losers. I just want to point that out.
I mean, we celebrate folks to bring them up, to put them down. That's the American culture.
No, what I was saying was opening the door. Pretty much what you're saying.
I understand
to
what
do
you're saying, but this is what this country is based off of. By us saying that it needs to change, isn't going to change it until the citizens stop getting fooled and distracted by the bullshit. Mm-hmm. It's not going to change. So we can, so we can sit here and spout it all we want, but until we awaken ourselves and can look ourselves in the mirror and say, you know what, I fucked up. I made a wrong choice. We're never going to change as a people. Black, white, Asian, whatever the fuck.
Who messed up? Who made a wrong choice?
Everyone has a role in this.
Correct. I want to know. I'm asking you.
I mean, it's a cumulative effect. It's from the outsiders, the insiders, the people that's living it every day. We all have a role in this, and because some folks want to get butthurt and get offended or get defensive when stuff starts getting shined in their light and they might relate to it, like, oh yeah, you did this, you did that. Well, that's not who I am. True, but until you learn the lesson and don't repeat those mistakes, you're never going to better yourself. So you can blame the white man, you can blame the government, you can blame all the motherfuckers you want. But when you can't look yourself in the mirror and say, I gave myself the best chance to succeed, that's all that matters.
So let me ask you this. When you look at yourself in the mirror,
you didn't see the slow walking today? We all waited like, you didn't see this shit?
Because like I said, I've always talking about therapy and seeking help and finding out who you. After therapy, going to therapy for a year and a half after my dad died and almost having a nervous fucking breakdown, now I know who I am. I love who I am and I can embrace who I am. And that's the problem. I mean, on the show, like I said, don't get my radio.
No, but I'm talking about off the show.
Yeah, off the show. I just say shit is for effect.
No,
I just say it for effect. Sometimes
No,
just to get the effect. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I just have that feel. But you have to
take a shot.
Take responsibility for the actions you roll, the play that you in your the role that you play in your life. You can't always blame someone else.
Stumbling over your words.
Do you hear that? Look, he said take action.
Like I say, don't confuse my regular with my. Look, we're not. I am Carol talking right now.
I think we had a breakthrough. I think we had a breakthrough.
This is Carol
I'm
talking
just
right
repeating.
now. This is in CP3.
I'm repeating what you said.
CP3 is a different person.
So he said take action for what you the role that you play in your own life, and stop blaming other people. Remember,
on this show,
you know the funny thing is,
we know.
You know the funny thing about this is, every time I hear CP3 talking, he get all passionate and militant and stuff. I always think of that scene of "And I'm gonna get you, sucker."
So you talk about it, Minister Society, we knocking the kids out.
And no. He's a pro-black dude, and he's like, "When you see my Nubian queen."
Oh. I'm talking about this green and pink.
Oh my goodness. I'm just saying you be talking this black power, pro-black.
Because I'm saying.
Because I'm saying.
My thing is,
and what type of women you like?
With the pro-black movement, it kills me because it's so hypocritical.
Well, it is.
Because you want to demonize the police force for putting all black people in one category, but then you're putting the police force in the same category when there are good cops that's out there trying to do the right thing.
I was one of the main ones that said it.
I know that. But I'm not speaking about you. I'm speaking about most of the people.
But the thing about it is, though, too, is you got to remember when you've seen it from a different aspect. Like, I was cool with cops until they locked my brother.
I was cool till I got put on the
And the thing was, it's just how they did it. They just knocked on the door like we knew them.
Yeah.
And and as a child, you don't think, "Oh, my brother is selling drugs." You think, "Damn, this nigga just locked my brother." And that's what I thought for a long time. Keep in mind, as a child, they was giving us Redskins cards before I found out I hated the Redskins. But
dude, I got pulled over walking down the street and got put on the hood, gun at my head. July, middle of the day, they've been driving around, told me the hood was hot. I was like, dude, this hood is hot. If you move, I'm gonna put a bullet in your fucking head. This is what the motherfucker told me. Walking down the street, minding my business with two of my buddies. Going to McDonald's to get something to eat.
You stay at McDonald's.
You stay at McDonald's.
I'm sorry. That was
the dollar menu be saving a nigga life. All right, brother. The times.
You know people go to the dollar menu.
Just niggas.
No.
I'm just saying. I've been on both sides.
Yeah.
I've been harassed. I've been taken for a ride. And my mom worked for the police department for 15 years as a civilian, and I've eaten dinner across from some of these police officers. So all of them aren't bad.
No, all of them not. Because I've had, even after that situation, even Fairfax, I've had good conversations with cops.
Well, my whole family's police officers.
The first person I saw was the third highest ranking police official in PG County.
So no, my whole family's police officers. So I was born into it.
So let's get ready to wrap this up. We're gonna take some pictures with our guests, and what you got going on tomorrow, CP3?
As always on Sports OTHP Monday night, we'll be covering the Nationals, starting off the show. We'll be talking some NHL playoff hockey, just to give a recap of what's going on. And I believe I might have Paul, the boxing guy, on to come on and talk some boxing. We also have some of the greatest insight with the Washington football team. I'm working on getting Julie Donaldson back on again for a second year in a row, talking about the draft picks and the upcoming training camp. So he also got, he just got so much involved going on right now. You got the Nationals trying to get their act together.
Are you drinking tequila on your show?
Nope. Excuse me.
Wow.
What happened?
That's how you feel?
No, I am not, for reasons just like that. But we'll be talking Nationals. We'll be talking some Wizards, because unfortunately they got put out the playoffs. We'll be talking some Washington football team. There'll be training camp be opened up down in Richmond in a couple of weeks. I might be able to finagle some things. I'm still working with some of the contacts that I have. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get some player interviews or not. But stay tuned for that on Sports Meal Podcast. Also, if you're looking for a new user pre-owned certified vehicle, come on down at Waldorf Honda, 2450 Crane Highway. I'll let your boy CP3, we can get that bill done. New credit, no credit, bad credit. We're going to get that thing taken care of. And as always, check out sportsothp.com for all of our great content. Sports OTHP apparel. You can hit me up about the Eric Kuzma t-shirts. You can hit me up about the website with all the banners, coffee mugs, phone covers, Just hit me up, man. Support the movement. DC Sports on the Politics. It's not just a catchphrase. It's not just a motto. This is what we do, baby.
That's right.
And for every time you sell a car, you gotta take a shot of tequila.
And that's why that bottle's happening.
I know.
Next, we will have brown liquor.
Yes, please.
Yes, I'll make sure of it.
I mean, I got champagne.
You know what?
What the fuck is
Lady Anthony.
Oh my God.
Lady Anthony, what you got? What you got going on?
Well, I am officially going to be back by the time we get back here next week. Back on my distilleries. You know what? You got and I'm going to make you drink something.
I didn't mean to say that.
Yeah, you said it. So, in celebration of Juneteenth, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I have CP3 take a shot of I'm thinking Uncle Nearest.
So I was just telling somebody about Uncle Nearest, and I was like, yo, my co-host, she bought Uncle Nearest, and for people that don't know, Uncle Nearest is the slave that Jack Daniels stole the recipe from.
Right. So we definitely gonna pay
so
honor to
all y'all clown, stop drinking Jack and Coke.
You want to come through next week? Like I said, Father's Day special. I'm grilling. Come through, have a great show. Studio audience.
We might do a 5-hour podcast that day.
It's possible.
I haven't done a 5-hour show in a while.
Hey, shit, we'll be working on 3 tonight. But normally, yeah, sometimes we get 4 or 5 hours. But come on through.
Yeah, I don't miss those. I had to work in the morning.
Yeah, I got to work. But we're going to throw some food in the grill. Come through, shoot some footage. Come through, show you support for At the Bar Radio, Sports OTHB, Lady Antoinette. Because we're going to have a good time. I might charge you for a plate, but, you know, it's some good food.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm when I hit up this distillery, I'm going to one on Friday evening.
Don't come in with no half a gallon in your bag.
First of all, if I have too much in my hands, I'm going to put it in my bag so that I can bring it into the studio. Okay. I'm just saying, what? Let me tell you something. It's not my fault. It's not my fault that you don't know how to act.
It ain't my fault. Y'all bringing bottles the size of fucking submarines.
Wait, that was first of all, that wasn't. It was 1800, and it was margarita mix. It was fine.
Yeah, it was a big ass bottle.
But did you die?
No, I didn't. But we almost got taken off there.
Not that week.
Oh, the week after.
Yeah.
I think when we had to make this mark is when you.
Yeah.
So that was your brown. Yeah. That was your brown.
I'm a 1738 XO.
Okay, but I bought.
First of all, I ain't got XO money. Stop saying that.
I got it for my birthday.
Unless they sponsor us, no.
I'm trying to get a sponsor now.
Bruh, cause you talking about $150 a shot, you better be sipping that shit slow.
Man, bruh, I can still taste that from like 10, 15 years ago.
You know what's wrong?
It was $150 a shot, but that shit was still, I can still taste that.
When they reminisce over you, my God.
Louis 13 ain't nothing to play with, dog. When I hit it, I'm gonna get a bottle, and when you get some, you're gonna feel the same way.
First of all, if I can't have it all, I don't want that. I ain't gonna tease my soul like that.
It's like good cooch. When you get it, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna miss it when it's gone, but when it's there, you're gonna love it.
I don't know what to say.
I'm just gonna play a song and get us out of here.
I don't know what to say.
You know what to say.
About you? I said I don't know what to say about you.
Yeah. What song y'all want me to end with? You want a new Renegade joint? You want me to play?
He want party, so whatever it is, he want party.
Let's throw a Renegade joint on there and the Flex 360 26. Video. You got that joint?
I didn't know the video. I think I got the
song. I played it.
Do I got the song? I think I got the song.
Yeah, I played on Sports Video last week.
If you have the song, then I must have it then.
Yeah, it's on YouTube channel.
Flex. I got the song.
I'm trying to be in the next video. He has some nice things.
I bet he did.
Of course.
I knew.
Why?
No, I'm not going to be quiet because you acting like a whole thought on this show today.
Hey, look, alcohol is involved. I've been working hard. Sometimes brother need to,
You know, alcohol is always like you.
Know you this, girl. I've been waiting and waiting for this moment and this time. So what you know? Girl flex, time to have sex. Wind up your body, show me where me I go get. Girl flex, time to undress. Me want to see your position for your neck. Girl flex, you know for that check. Within a minute Listen close, these pheromones are strong. Pose for the camera, pulled by the banner. We act like we can't hold our liquor. I lick her from her bottom to her tip top, tickling the G-spot. She thinking she got hit by a twister. They call me Mr.
Flexer, time to have sex. Wind up your body, show me when me I go get girl flex. Time to undress. Me want to see your position for your neck, girl flex. You don't for that check. Within a minute, girl, me make you get wet, girl flex. Time to have sex. Girl, me see it clear, you want the rude boy inject.
At 9, I arrive on a date night. Alcohol on the dance floor, and all I seen were these stage lights. That's dead. That said your party's a grave site. Let's head to your bed so I can see what you taste like. Pose for the camera, pose like a dancer. You act like you can't hold your liquor. I lick her from her bottom to her tip top, tickling the G-spot, thinking she got hit by a twister. They call me Mr.
Flexer, time to have sex. Wind up your body, show me when me I go get girl flex. Time to undress. Me want to see your position for your neck, girl flex. You don't get that trick. Within a minute, girl, me make you get wet, girl flex. Time to have sex. Girl, me see it clear, you want the good boy.
I was up to clear that sex is all on my mind. You got me thinking of things because your body is fine. Brown skin girl, I want you to mind. You make it hard to get close every time you whine.
Cannon that day because the people pissed me off and I had to get my brother out.
Well, for me, it was I bought her when she was 16. She turned 16, so I bought her. You know,
Like my brother had my brother had just
Think about that horse.
I'm about to play the song but my brother had a certain amount of time he had to get home.
Crank it up, Pedro.
Hey, Tuna.
Yeah, I love you.
You made this?
Do they hate me for my honesty? Married to the money, and that is my monogamy. Going around go, and ain't no playing Monopoly. I'm way too up, and a lot of niggas down to me. Heart of a giant, it's what I really found in me. Approaching me, please, don't ever test my boundaries. I thought that you knew that faking is my allergy. Living check after check, I'm trying to get a salary. Ball so hard, these other niggas follow me. You turn on me once, then it's fuck them, that's my street mentality. Ooh, we eating good, I'm stacking up these calories. We the same with differences, we call that my analogy. The difference is you stuck in your ways, I see reality. You can't work out the deal, you get played, man, that's just how it be. Even when your soul can get saved, they can't be proud of me, cause they only know how to be slaves and act too cowardly. So do I have to devour beats to show you what I need hourly? Hope is all I know when it's really getting sour beat. If I make my mama mad, I take the game, that's robbery. I just wanna get through this phase even when they ain't allowing me. Funny, only see them happy when they see a nigga go ahead and really go and fall off. What happened to loyalty, chasing all this royalty, man? You can have it all. Cause what you got never make you real. What you pop never make you real. Reason I can't stop, cause you never real. No, 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 no. Probably, honestly, I can't give no fucks. These rap niggas feeling themselves, already know what's up. I'm tired of talking and always mention these damn critics. I'm only satisfied enough if my mans get it. Threatening me, get my family to kick in your door. Even my niggas and family, they just be my bros. Got me just making moves where it used to be corner stores. Can't sweat the small things when you're sitting in the cooler. Any bitch get cut off like she really knew it. I would have to say this life ain't never choose you. Feeling like the dawn of the real future. Astronomically, they not topping me, or they stopping me. You can keep your apologies. Truth has got that pride in me. I swear I'm diabolically a genius in the making. I can't stand it, no understanding that everybody always got replacements. So you can go ahead and chase it, nigga.
Nigga always stick to the basics, nigga. Sometimes you can't face it.
So tired of Facebook.
Everybody's tired of Facebook.
And that random community standards.
Because Facebook, here's the thing about Facebook, they're the most accessible, so people, and then the most used to, so people stay on it. But they block you when they do stupid
like
shit.
trash and you're not going over there. That's what they
That better not be my job. Okay.